Cody Rice. Rice, he's got an opening. Rice, he could go all the way. He's got one man to beat.
Chase Becker spins, hangs, complete.
Broughton breaks through. It's a race to the end zone. Touchdown, Sioux. The Sioux strike first.
It used to be
On the way!
Conquers back on top as Region 8 champions.
That's Ben Heenick. Heenick with a load of steam, and he bowls over.
One as Blake Bergstrom looks to go. Blake Bergstrom floating in midair for two.
Backdoor cut. Cheryl Hayes off the glass for two. There is Nesham. Wow, look at that shot by Addison Nesham. She's putting on a show. You think her heart is pounding? No way. The Buffalo Bombers are headed to the state.
Corner, 3 seconds, Simiano. No. Put back, no. The Killdeer Cowboys survive.
The telecast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of GameDay Media, LLP, and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent by GameDay Media, LLP.
GameDay Media LLP does not own the rights to the background music of this live stream. All rights belong to the music owners. No copyright infringement intended.
Today's GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you by NCC, Souris Valley Dental Group of Minot, Brad Johnson Insurance, DA Land LLC, Tegan's Interiors, Farmers Union Insurance, Larson Vossen Agency, Kyle Hansen, Financial Advisor, the City of Ray, Lindsay Grocery, Montreal Williams Electric Cooperative, Burke Divide Electric Cooperative, First International Bank and Trust, Nodak Insurance Company, Eric Mogan, Johnson and Sundin, Attorneys at Law, Farmers Union Oil of Watford City, Patriot Fuels LLC, Mackenzie County Heritage Park and Museum, Ray Farmers Union Elevator, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated, Upland AC Incorporated, Western Education Regional Co-op, Divide County Quarterback Club, Red Rock Chevrolet and GMC of Williston, EAPC Architects, Engineers, Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, Farmers Union Oil Company of Kenmare, RTC Networks. Growing family? The City of Ray has shovel-ready lots available, 12,000 to 20,000 square feet. The lots are free of any special assessments. Right on Highway 2, we offer convenient travel and connections, as well as access to our amazing education system. Your family's future is important to us. Let us help you with that first big step. Contact Rhonda at 701-568-2204 or stop by City Hall at 101 Main Street in Ray. Think of Ray when planning your future. Invest in a community that invests in you.
Farmers Union Oil of Kenmare has it all. The Cenex C-Store Plus Automotive Service and quality Napa parts. They deliver bulk fuel and propane. Now is the time to contract your rate and save on fall and winter propane. Find complete agronomy services with chemical, seed, and dry fertilizer, along with custom application services available from their fleet. And our Green Ag location in Mohall handles Forgo implements. That's Farmers Union Oil of Kenmare.
Hello and welcome to Alexander, North Dakota, on the western edge of North Dakota as we get ready for 9-man football playoff action. We have reached the first round of the playoffs for 9-man football, and we are excited to have the number 4 seed in the state, the Alexander Comets, hosting the Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter Imperials. My name is Titus Stenberg, happy and proud to be along for the ride today here on GameDay Media as we bring you live coverage all game long. And I'm alongside my partner, Ross Sundin. We had a great game last night over in Watford City in AA action, and now today we get a treat here with this first round playoff matchup in 9-man football. Alexander comes in undefeated, 9-0, region champions. They struggled through some adversity throughout the year, and they stepped up every time that they were challenged, and they accomplished everything there was to accomplish in front of them, running the table, going 9-0. On the other side, the visitors from southeastern North Dakota, the Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter Imperials, they have turned in a very impressive season as well, going 7-2. And that region, after Linton HMB, who finished in the top spot there, 2 through 4 was just a coin flip. Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter, they may have a 4 seed by their name coming out of that region, but really they are a very good team, and they're going to give Alexander another stiff test here today. They come in with an overall record of 7-2. Ross, I'm excited. What are you expecting to see here today between Alexander and NGS?
Well, quite frankly, Titus, I think we're going to see a high-flying affair here. I think we've seen some no-huddle offense before out of the Alexander Comets. I think we're going to see a lot of that, and I also think we're going to see a lot of that coming out of Napoleon.
Yes, we welcome you into your Farmers Union Oil Company of Watford City pregame show. Farmers Union Oil has been serving the customers in and around the surrounding community since 1929. Farmers Union Oil believes in community involvement and has supported numerous activities since the beginning. Beautiful day. You could not ask for any better weather. When you get to football playoff time in North Dakota, you can have some pretty bad weather. This year, not the case at all. We had a beautiful night last night in Watford City, and today the high temperature is going to be even warmer than it was yesterday, and there is no complaining about the weather. I'm not going to allow it. What do you think, Ross?
I don't want to say it's nice out, but I will tell you I drove my motorcycle over here today. So, yeah, it's beautiful. I was down on the field earlier. We got a slight breeze coming out of the south to the north. Nothing that's going to really affect either game, I don't think, for Napoleon or Alexander for that matter. And I do think the temperature is going to continue to increase, so we'll see how that plays out as the game moves along.
Yeah, beautiful conditions for being the last week of October. Of course, these two teams, the goal is to make it to November. The winner of this game will have a game next week. If it's Alexander, they will be hosting again, but don't worry about that after this one gets over with, as they have this matchup here today against the Imperials. I want to remind you there's another 9-man playoff game going on up in Crosby on our other GameDay Media channel there with Randy Peterson up there for that other exciting matchup here in northwestern North Dakota. Stick around. We'll be back with more of your pregame show right after this.
Lindsay Grocery is proud to be your locally owned and operated hometown store in Crosby, North Dakota. From fresh baked goods and crisp produce to our in-house smoked meats, we've got everything you need close to home. Stop in and experience the convenience and the friendly faces of shopping local again. We are open 7 days a week, and we look forward to serving you. That's Lindsay Grocery. Find us on Facebook for specials and updates.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app, and as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remain. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs, with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company. Stop by our office in Watford City and visit with Eric Mogan and Brady Monroe to see how we can help.
Kyle Hansen is proud to be a Thrivent financial professional, providing personalized financial guidance to people of all stages of life. Thrivent believes humanity thrives when individuals make the most of what they've been given, and Kyle is here to help you do just that. Larson Boston Agency, your Farmers Union insurance agents located at 106 Main Street North in Crosby, North Dakota, offer multiple lines of insurance, including crop, farm and ranch, home, auto, commercial, and health insurance. Give Chell or Robbie a call today at 701-965-6335.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
Brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy Cooperatives.
Welcome back to your Farmers Union Oil of Watford City pregame show. Ross Sundin is down on the field. He is caught up with Alexander head coach Trey Jacobson for our Lindsay Grocery Coaches Comments. Lindsay Grocery, where community meets quality every day. Find them on Facebook for daily and weekly deals. Your favorite grocery store. Ross, take it away.
Thank you, Titus. Titus, I'm here with Coach Trey Jacobson. Coach Jacobson, you've led your Alexander Comets to 9-0. You're in the playoffs again. Tell us how you're feeling coming into today's game.
I feel good, feel excited. Can't beat this day. I mean, we're ready to play some football.
I noticed your hair is a little longer than last time I saw you. Your whiskers are growing out a little bit. We got a little postseason thing going on here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a little superstition, I guess. I don't want to cut my hair until we lose, I guess, but just for fun.
Well, just make sure you wash your socks. That's the important thing. You know, Coach Jacobson, I want to talk a little bit about Jacob Novak. He suffered some injury earlier. You overcame some adversity. He's back in your lineup today. What do you expect to see from him, and how do you incorporate him back into this offense?
Well, it's a kid that's itching to get out there, let me tell you. I mean, he's been wanting to play for a couple weeks now, but he's getting the chance to suit up this week, and it's a huge morale boost for the whole group, I think. And, I mean, nobody's more fired up than him today.
Excellent. You've got Napoleon on the other side here. We all know they got a tough region. Seating down there really means nothing because you've got Grant County, you've got Linton, and now you have Napoleon. It's a coin toss, really, I think. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's basically we're playing a 2-seed. They're a good football team. I mean, they're going to be ready to go. They have 7 wins for a reason, so we got to be prepared and be ready to go.
Coach Jacobson, thank you for your time and good luck today. Back to you, Tom.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Ross. Great insight there from Trey Jacobson. Thank you to Ross Sundin for getting us those Lindsay Grocery Coaches Comments. Stick around. We'll have more of your pregame show right after this.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
At DA Land LLC, our vision is to provide for the community in which we live and operate, providing a full line of skid steer attachments, farm and ranch, equine equipment, and much more. Shop our store in Tioga, North Dakota, or visit us online at daland-llc.com.
Established in 1938, Ray Farmers Union Elevator is now your full-service grain and agronomy service facility in northwest North Dakota. Based in Ray, North Dakota, we can assist you with everything from buying the seed in the spring to burn down in the fall. Get more done in a day with Ray Farmers Union Elevator.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, located at 106 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit tiogadrug.com.
UAPC Architects Engineers is shaping the future of K-12 schools, healthcare, civic spaces, and higher education across North Dakota. Proud to support our athletes and proud to serve our communities. EAPC, designing solutions, impacting communities.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Welcome back to Alexander. Rosadine still down on the field. He is caught up with Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter head coach Jamison Fedig. Ross, take it away.
Thank you, Titus. Titus, I'm down here with Coach Jacob Fedek from Napoleon. Coach Fedek, I understand you're in your first year here at Napoleon, is that correct?
Yep.
You were an assistant previous?
Yeah, I was the assistant the last 2 years.
So tell me a little bit about your Imperials. We don't see a lot of news on Napoleon out here, so start from the beginning if you would.
We started off pretty strong in the season. We got a lot of freshmen. We lost 7 seniors last year, so we basically had to rebuild the whole team, just getting all these new kids in and getting them into the offense and the defense. So it's been a process, but it's been working out pretty good for us.
That's awesome. Now tell me a little bit about your strengths. Are we going to look at some airtime, or looking on the ground, or where are you at with your offense?
We give a pretty good mix of both. I would say we were a little more in the air, but I mean, we'll hit you on the ground too. So
you come from a really strong conference. You got Grant County down there in the playoffs. You got Linton down there in the playoffs. Is that good preparatory work for you this season?
Yeah, we think that we're in one of the toughest regions, top to bottom. I mean, it was a tough year. We lost to the number 3 team in state, Linton, and we lost to the number 5 team in state, Grant County. So we had a lot of tough tests, but I mean, that helped us prepare to where we are now, and I think that helps our young kids just getting to play in them big games.
Well, congratulations on being here, Coach Fedek. We wish you the best today.
Thank you.
You bet. Back to you, Titus.
All right, thank you very much, Ross. Good job down there on the field. Once again, those coaches' comments brought to you by Lindsay Grocery, where community meets quality every day. Find them on Facebook for daily and weekly deals. That's Lindsay Grocery with the coaches' comments. Boy, things are getting exciting down here. We still got a little ways to go before your opening kickoff, so stick around, get comfortable, sit back, relax, and enjoy some 9-man high school football playoff action from the western edge of North Dakota on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Stick around. We'll be back with more of your pregame show right after this.
Looking to save on fuel and fuel up fast? Patriot Fuels of Alexander, North Dakota is your partner in profit. We're proud to support the trucking industry with high-speed fueling systems, top-quality products, and vendor relationships that put your success first. Join the Patriot Fuels Fleet Card program and unlock exclusive discounts, or simply pay at the pump. Either way, you're fueling with integrity and efficiency. Patriot Fuels, driven to deliver more, located in Alexander, North Dakota. At Johnson & Sundin Law Office, we combine big case expertise with small town service. Since 1980, we've fought for clients across western North Dakota. From oil and gas disputes to serious injury and wrongful death cases, probate, agriculture, and more. No matter what issue, our experienced team is ready to stand by your side. In our office in Watford City, we're here for you, wherever you are. Johnson & Sundin, expert legal representation rooted in North Dakota.
Based in Williston, North Dakota, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated is a veteran-owned and managed company. Busy Bees services include water hauling, hot oil services, cap string flushes, and much more. Busy Bees will approach any job, no matter how large or small, with 100% safety and commitment. We pride ourselves on giving back to the community that has given so much to us. Looking for the perfect career? Consider Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated. Find them at busybeeshotoilinc.com or give them a call at 701-572-9303 today.
Lindsay Grocery is proud to be your locally owned and operated hometown store in Crosby, North Dakota. From fresh baked goods and crisp produce to our in-house smoked meats, we've got everything you need close to home. Stop in and experience the convenience and the friendly faces of shopping local again. We are open 7 days a week, and we look forward to serving you. That's Lindsay Grocery. Find us on Facebook for specials and updates.
Farmers Union Oil of Kenmare has it all. The Cenex C-Store Plus Automotive Service and quality Napa parts. And they deliver bulk fuel and propane. Now is the time to contract your rate and save on fall and winter propane. Find complete agronomy services with chemical, seed, and dry fertilizer, along with custom application services available from their fleet. And our Green Ag location in Mohall handles Forgo implements. That's Farmers Union Oil of Kenmare.
At Souris Valley Dental Group, we've been using modern treatment techniques and products to help families smile since 1968. Voted as the #1 dentist in Minot, our team of expert dentists combine their unique areas of expertise and their experiences to create treatment plans that help each individual patient meet their goals. Contact our dental office at 701-419-8900 or visit surrisvalleydental.com to schedule an appointment today. You can count on us to keep your family grinning from ear to ear for many years to come.
At Johnson & Sundin Law Office, we combine big case expertise with small town service. Since 1980, we've fought for clients across western North Dakota. From oil and gas disputes to serious injury and wrongful death cases, probate, agriculture, and more. No matter what issue, our experienced team is ready to stand by your side. In our office in Watford City, we're here for you, wherever you are. Johnson & Sundin, expert legal representation rooted in North Dakota.
Welcome back to Alexander. Welcome back to your pregame show. At this time, we're going to take a look at our Red Rock Auto Player Spotlight. Red Rock Auto, fast and reliable service and car shopping made easy. For specials, new and pre-owned inventory, visit redrockchevygmc.com today. Let's take a look at Corey Getzlaff for the Alexander Comets. He is the third leading rusher on this Comets team with 50 carries, 378 yards, and 6 touchdowns so far this season. But where he has been really impressive, that's from the fullback spot, where he has been really impressive is on defense. He's been a part of 75 tackles, including 5 TFLs, 2 sacks, a pass breakup, and 2 forced fumbles. He is an unsung hero on this Alexander team, fullback on offense, linebacker on defense, and he plays an important role for Trey Jacobson and his Alexander Comets. On the other side, we're going to put the player spotlight on quarterback, number 10 for the Imperials. His name is Bryce Schneider. And listen to some of these stats that he has put together this year. Through the air, 74 for 137 passing attempts, 1,640 yards, 24 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. That's a 4-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. He's also run the ball 105 times for 892 yards and 12 more touchdowns. He might have his sights set on a 1,000-yard rushing season if he has over 108 yards here on the ground today. And then on defense, he's gathered in 72 tackles to go along with 4 sacks and an interception. So he will be a player to watch, and he is just a junior. Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter, one of the youngest rosters I have ever seen in 9-man football, just 2 seniors. And so they rely a lot on their juniors and sophomores for leadership. And one of those is their quarterback, Bryce Schneider. So we got Corey Getzlaff for Alexander, Bryce Schneider for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. Ross, any thoughts on those 2 players as we get ready for action here today?
Well, yeah, I do. It's really interesting. They're both on opposite sides of the spectrum in some degrees. Everybody knows that fullbacks can be unsung heroes. Alexander has a great running attack, and a lot of that starts right with your fullback in Getzlaff. And when we watched them play Divide County earlier this year, Getzlaff was all over the field and from his linebacker position. Both he and his younger brother, they did a tremendous job. On the other side of the ball, you're looking at, Schneider. We talked to Jamison Fedek just before in our pregame show, and we learned a lot about what happened with them. They lost 7 seniors. Yeah. And so I have to tip my hat to those juniors and sophomores for Napoleon that stepped up and really brought some leadership to the field, and they've done a great job, and he's a big part of that reason.
Yep, exciting to watch. A new team for me, and obviously new players. It's going to be fun to see what Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter has to offer here this afternoon. Looking at the hype video put together there on the big screen here at Alexander Comet Field. At this time, let's take a look at some of the statewide polls as we have reached the postseason. There in 11A, the final poll of the season, Langdon area Munich ends up on top with the Killdeer Cowboys right there at number 2 as they switch places with Velva Drake Animus Garrison, who comes in as the number 3 spot. I believe they got the 4 seat in the bracket, but they were ranked 3 by the media in the last poll. EEK at 4 and Park River area at 5 with Botno receiving votes in the final single A poll. How about the 9-man poll? New Rockford Cheyenne Maddox staying at number 1. What a season they have put together. Lemoore Litchfield Marion, they also received a couple of first place votes, and they are at number 2. Linton HMB from Region 3 at 3. Alexander at 4. Hankinson at 5. And a couple other teams there receiving votes. And those teams all preparing for playoff action today, and in many cases, their playoff games have already started. Like Divide County there, taking on Grant County Flasher in another Region 4 versus Region 3 matchup. Let's take a look at one of the brackets. This is the District 5 volleyball tournament. It's volleyball postseason as well, right around the corner, beginning on October 28th, and it'll run through the 30th and 31st, and then into November. November 3rd is when that tournament will wind up there. Take a look at that bracket, and Game Day Media will have the coverage of that outstanding tournament as well, as we now have 3 divisions in not only basketball, but also in volleyball. It's a little bit of a different postseason format than we got used to with just 2 classes. Both teams doing some final warm-ups there as we take a look at the schedule for next week here on Game Day Media. There you've got multiple volleyball matches going on Tuesday. And then on Thursday, the District 5 volleyball tournament really ramps up there from the well at Williston State College. That continues on Friday. And we'll have hopefully some playoff football to bring to you on Friday and or Saturday. Of course, a lot of details to be worked out as to who will be playing where and what we will be able to cover here on Game Day Media. Ross, it's the exciting time of year, isn't it?
Oh, boy, is it ever. Nothing better than playoff football, frankly. And we got a beautiful day out in front of us. I was down on the field earlier. I was here a couple weeks ago. The field, I thought, a couple weeks ago was a little wetter. You can tell it's dried out. We haven't had as much moisture, and I think this is going to be a fast game all the way around.
I think so, and I am amazed at how green the grass is here and all across western North Dakota. We've got over 20 inches of rain at our ranch, and that is something that we almost never get in a calendar year. So it has been a very wet year out west here, and we have been extremely blessed. We'll take that every year we can get it. And what is rare is with the wet weather, it hasn't been cold and windy and rainy and snowy like it certainly can be in October. So we've been blessed on both ends there with the rain and the sunshine when it isn't raining. So stick around. We've got a great matchup for you, and we'll be back. We'll have the coin toss, we'll have starting lineups and more. You're watching Game Day Media and your Farmers Union Oil of Watford City pregame show.
Welcome to the Western Education Regional Cooperative Center. We support 33 member school districts across western North Dakota. Our commitment is to serve schools, teachers, and students. Our staff delivers impactful professional development for educators. We create opportunities for collaboration among districts. We help students engage with regional industries. Let's go to work. Call us at 701-741-3678 for more information.
Welcome back to Alexander as we are getting set for the coin toss. That's going to be happening down at the 50-yard line, and Drew Floggant will be our white hat this afternoon. The busy man, he had a game last night as well, and we will toss it down to him as he will call out the results of the coin toss and get everybody ready for some playoff football.
A stealthy Drew Floggant, Titus. He had a big game last night. It was a late game, and here he is right back this afternoon getting after it in the white hat.
He's going to be muted until the actual coin toss, so you got time.
He's going to chat with both teams' captains down there, and he will let us know what happens with the coin toss here as soon as he is ready to do so. Rest of the crew for tonight is Chaz Neff.
Hey, Napoleon, you're the visitor. You got the choice between a head and a tail. What's your call?
Tails is the call.
Tails is called. It's a head. Alexander, you want the ball or defer to the second half?
For the second half.
Defer to the second half?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys want the ball, obviously. Okay, which way do you guys want to kick? Kick this way? Okay, I'll have you turn around here. Alexander's won the toss, has elected to defer. They'll kick to the north.
Alexander will be kicking to the north, and Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter will get the ball first to start things here. The rest of your officials for today. The referee is Drew Floggen. The umpire is Chaz Neff. Ben Schaefer is your linesman. Brian Picklesheimer is the line judge, and Josh Nolmeyer will be the back judge. An excellent five-man crew ready to go here for the first round of these 9-man football playoffs. That'll be some hearts pounding and some butterflies flying around the stomachs on both sidelines here, don't you think, at this point before the game, Ross?
You know, when I down talking to Coach Jacobson, you could tell there's a lot of nervous energy. I'm sure they'll put it in a positive way, but yeah, there's butterflies. One thing I thought was interesting when we watched the captains come out, the Comets, of course, 4 seniors out there, and you talk about the leadership from Napoleon, 3 juniors, 3 junior captains. So I would think that given their inexperience, maybe they're a little bit more nervous, but because Alexander's been here before.
Yes, let's talk about some of Alexander's playoff history. This is their 3rd consecutive year making it. Of course, they won a 6-man championship a few years back, and they made the jump to 9-man. They didn't make the playoffs that first year, but in 2023, they made the playoffs, had a very dramatic overtime playoff game that they came up 1 yard short on a 2-point conversion here at home that would have extended the game to a double overtime. They lost in the first round that year. Then they bounced back in 2024. Last year, they defeated Kenmare Bowbells here on their home turf in what was another outstanding and dramatic first-round playoff game. And then they ran into the buzzsaw that was West Hope, Newburgh, Glenburn, led by Walker Broughton and that great team. So they went 1-1 in the playoffs last year. Now this year they get a chance to take on Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter in the first round, and if they win this one, it would be another home game, which they have not been able to experience, as the rest of their matchups have been on the road potentially if they were to make it into the second round. On the other side, Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter, it's been a little while for them since they've been in the playoffs. It was 2021, the last time that they qualified for the 9-man playoffs, and they've got a rich tradition. Of course, they've had a few undefeated seasons as well, or maybe it was just one. Looking back on their history right there, it was 2006 that they went 12-0, but a lot of one-loss seasons, so a proud tradition down there in Napoleon and the communities of Gackle-Streeter as well. And so it's going to be a fun one here. They had to make the trip. I was talking to their student managers. It was a 4-hour and 10-minute bus ride for the Imperials to get to Alexander here this afternoon, but they did so in good time, and they're ready to go. It would make that bus ride back to Napoleon a lot sweeter if they could pull off the upset here in this one. Let's take one last time out here during your Farmers Union Oil pregame show. We'll be back. We'll have your starting lineups and more right after this.
Looking for a powerful new truck at an unbeatable price? Then check out Red Rock Chevrolet GMC in Williston. Right now, get behind the wheel of a 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab for just $499 a month. $499 a month. Or take home a GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab and save a massive $13,000 off MSRP. These trucks are loaded with performance, comfort, and cutting-edge tech, all at rock-bottom prices. Make your way over for a test drive today. Red Rock Chevrolet GMC in Williston.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app, and as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remain. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs, with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company. Stop by our office in Watford City and visit with Eric Mogan and Brady Monroe to see how we can help.
Lindsay Grocery is proud to be your locally owned and operated hometown store in Crosby, North Dakota. From fresh baked goods and crisp produce to our in-house smoked meats, we've got everything you need close to home. Stop in and experience the convenience and the friendly faces of shopping local again. We are open 7 days a week, and we look forward to serving you. That's Lindsay Grocery. Find us on Facebook for specials and updates.
Welcome back to Alexander. At this time, let's take a look at your starting lineups brought to you by Patriot Fuels, conveniently located on Highway 85 North between Alexander and Watford City for all your fueling needs. These starting lineups brought to you by Patriot Fuels. Let's take a look at the Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter starting defense first there. Up front, Andre Dahl, Michael Mock, and Jacob Meitinger will be the defensive line. Linebacking core is a good one. Junior Bryce Schneider, freshman Brooks Grunfelder, and then one of the seniors on this team, Brody McDowell. In the defensive backfield, Carson and Jackson Piotz, along with another freshman, Easton Baumgartner. Look at that, Ross. 3 freshmen in the starting lineup for NGS.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Alexander, North Dakota.
Take a look at Alexander's starting lineup as well. There's their starting offense. You can take a look at that as we toss it over to our PA announcer for the national anthem.
Remove any headwear as we sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Nice job, Tucker.
Wow, what a rendition of the national anthem there, huh, Ross?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Tucker Sanford, a 7th grader from Alexander, giving us tonight's national anthem. Yeah, that just adds to this already outstanding atmosphere that we have here at Comet Field this afternoon.
Kind of put a little shiver down your spine, didn't it?
For sure. Let's listen in on the announcement of the starting lineups.
Number 44, Corey Getzlaff. Defensive lineman, number 54, Andrew Buford.
Follow 55 out.
And defensive lineman, number 55, Colt Champion. The Comets are coached by Trey Jacobson, Brody Newsma, and Jason.
There's Alexander's starting offense. Once again, a little change as they'll stick with Ethan Gillespie at quarterback. We'll look at the offensive line there, including Jacob Novak, moving from quarterback to guard. Great for Alexander to have him back in the lineup. Rope Simonson has done a nice job at the running back spot. We already spotlighted Corey Getzlaff, and then two outstanding players to watch, number 5 and number 6, Julian Gant, wide receiver, Jaden Champion, number 6, the tight end. A fun team up and down this roster for the Alexander Comets. They've exceeded expectations already this year. They were picked 4th and 5th in the pigskin preview in their region. They ran the table. Great coaching job by head coach Trey Jacobson. He is assisted by Brody Newsma and Jason Fowler, along with Chad Simonson, Jerry Hatter, and Tyler Fixon. They're wearing their home red uniforms. Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter in their road whites tonight. And there is the opening kickoff. It's a short one. And Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter will just fall on it and maintain possession. Carson Piotz recovering that kickoff. And they'll send their offense out onto the field, starting this drive at their own 36-yard line.
You can see right out of the gate that Coach Jacobson playing a little chess here with that kickoff. That was intentionally short, and I'm sure he was concerned about the run back attack from the Napoleon Imperials.
So we'll see a lot of different formations out of this Imperial offense. Right here they have 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Quick pass from Schneider over to the right side. Catch is made. A little bit of east-west movement, but it turns into a pretty good run there as Corey Getzlaff makes the tackle on the receiver, Easton Baumgartner. Pickup of 5 on first down.
Yeah, that was all Baumgartner there. He made a couple of nice moves right at the line and advanced it for 6 yards. Great run.
Moves it up to the 41-yard line, setting up a 2nd and 5. Ball goes wide to the right hash mark. Colin Spell is the cornerback on the near side to us, kind of on an island there, one-on-one. Situations could be a running play on 2nd and 5. Not much room over the left side for Schneider. He picks up a yard to set up a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Cole Champion plugged that hole pretty quickly for the Alexander Comets, and you'll notice Napoleon seems to be running already some different formations coming out of the gate, and I'm sure they're going to try and keep the Comets on their heels.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of guessing, at least to start the game, I would imagine, for Alexander's defense as to where the ball is going and who is covering who. Got to be assignment sound here as they send 3 rushers. Novak running in on Schneider, who got a nice pass off, but it ended up being a little bit behind intended receiver Carson Piotz. And now an early decision time for the young head coach, Jamison Fettig, with a 4th and 4.
Yeah, he had a man open, but that's just a really hard pass to make, coming back across your body, running left to right, and then trying to throw it in the middle of the field.
Jamison Fettig, the head coach of the Imperials. He is assisted by Taylor Grunfelder and Joe Sitchie, and they will leave their offense out of the field. First really big play of the game with a 4th and 4 from the 42-yard line. Schneider takes the snap from shotgun. Over to the right side, he's got a man. It is caught. A first down, a big hit by Caden Culbertson, but a nice catch by Jacob Meidinger to keep the drive alive for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter.
Yeah, Meidinger with a nice catch and hanging onto the ball. He really took a lick on that one.
Needed 4, he got 6. And a 4th down conversion keeps the ball in the hands of Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. 1st and 10, Schneider running the option, a late pitch. He gets hit by Getzlaff, but gets the pitch off, and it turns into a big positive play before Novak and Spell combine on the tackle of Jackson Piotz, who gets it into Alexander territory with a gain of 8.
I can tell already this is going to be a fun offense to watch. They ran twins left and right and then the option and made a nice gain.
45-yard line.
This will already be the 6th play of the drive. 2 passing plays. Or 3 passing plays. They completed 2 of them, and then 2 rushing plays. Pretty balanced offense so far to start this one for Coach Fettig and his Imperials. 2 receivers to each side. Schneider throws on the roll to the right. Meidinger makes the catch. Another first down as Culbertson makes the tackle.
I think Caden Culbertson's going to have a busy night the way it's looking. Nice defense, but better pass and throw.
Another gain of 6 for Meidinger. Schneider now 3 of 4 for 17 yards. They pick up their 2nd first down of this drive. Methodically moving the ball down the field inside Alexander territory at the 39-yard line. Besides the 1 incompletion, everything else has been positive yards for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter.
You know, when you watch
Quick
this
pass. Oh, knocked away by Jaden Champion.
big play by Jaden Champion to knock that one down. I was just going to say, you know, when you look at the offense of the Imperials, the poise is impressive for how young they are. They really move the ball methodically, have good command out there. And Schneider, this is going to be a fun game.
It sure will be. Coach Fettig sending the play in with his quarterback, Bryce Schneider, 5'11", 170-pound junior. Now 3 for 5 passing the football. He's had 2 6-yard completions to Jacob Meidinger, 1 5-yard completion to Easton Baumgartner so far on this drive. 2nd and 10 with the clock stopped at 9:06 to go in quarter number 1. A late pass caught by Piaz, breaks a Getzlaff tackle and then gets gang tackled by 3 different Comets. And this one's going to be physical, isn't it, Rob? This is playoff football.
Oh, yeah. They're here to play. I was just, it shocks me every time I watch 9-man. And, you know, we've got a center and 2 guards are sitting there, and we've got twins left and right. It's a really interesting formation. I think Alexander's going to have to make some adjustments if they plan on containing this Imperial offense.
So they switch hash marks after that gain of 2. Now on the left hash mark, they once again go with 2 receivers right and 2 left, just 3 down linemen. And Schneider in the shotgun. He's going to run the option to the right. Pitch caught by Piaz, and he's got the corner. First down for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter as they get the 3rd down conversion. Let's take a look at the RTC Network's instant replay on that pitch.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. A lot of times when you got maybe a fast linebacker, they can crash in on that pitch. But Schneider obviously reading the defense really well, and they've had some success. So I imagine they'll keep going to it.
I like that when they run the option to the side with the most turf to work with. That seems to be the most optimal strategy when you have speed to work with. And they pick up 9 on that play. 1st and 10 for the Imperials. It'll be Schneider on a keeper. Start to left, goes right, just tripped up by Caden Culbertson. What a great tackle in space by Caden.
Boy, Caden Culbertson, a busy man already tonight, but he's coming through for the Comets.
Take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay. Nice job by him. That'll set up a 2nd down and 8. They have run for 20 yards. They have passed for 19 already on this drive.
Well, Coach Fettig told us they have a balanced offense, and you're seeing that hold true.
Yes, 100%. They are down to the 26-yard line for this 2nd down and 2 play with 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Schneider going to roll to the left. Puts it up there. It's caught near the sideline. And another big gain through the air for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. It's Easton Baumgartner on the reception, his 2nd reception of the drive. Schneider now 5 for 7. And another first down on that 12-yard completion.
Well, that'll just stop the clock, but I tell you, Napoleon has really been chewing up a lot of time.
They're inside the 15-yard line, and that puts them in the red zone. We'll talk about the red zone after this play as they send 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Schneider rolling to the right. He will pitch it to Piaz, who looks to turn the corner. He gets inside the 10, tackled by Jaden Champion after another good option play. The Red Zone is brought to you by Souris Valley Dental Group of Minot, Dr. Jarek Henson, Dr. Kevin Broderson, and Dr. Grant Neal. Visit sourisvalleydental.com to schedule your next appointment.
Yeah, I think a couple things are going to have to happen for Alexander tonight. Number one, Getzlaff is going to have to come and attack the quarterback quicker, and we're going to have some help on the outside if Alexander's going to have any success in stopping that option.
2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. It'll be Schneider putting it in the air again. Another quick tackle by Culbertson, keeping the Imperials out of the end zone, but another nice catch there by Jacob Meidinger, and I think we're going to have a 1st and goal for the Imperials.
I can't help but wonder if Coach Fettig hasn't decided that the best way to attack this offense of Alexander's is to keep him off the field and just keep burning that clock down.
It's been a really impressive drive to start things here. They've thrown 8 passes, completing 6 of them. They have run 5 rushing plays, 3 of them options to Jackson Piotz. Schneider has kept it twice for 3 yards. The 14th play of the drive, as Schneider takes a snap, looks to his left, rolls to his right, puts it into the air, into the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown, Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter, as they strike first with the connection from Schneider to Carson Piotz.
Well, you can see how dangerous Bryce Schneider is. He just keeps his head up, and he looks, and he looks, and he looks, and he finds his man, and he throws it on a dime. Beautiful play.
6-0 on your NCC scoreboard.
To a freshman in Carson Piotz, too, just 5'9", 135 pounds.
First catch of the drive, and it results in 6 points.
Big play.
We'll go for 2 with 6:23 remaining in the first quarter. Schneider rolls to his left. He's got a man. The catch is made, and he is in the end zone. That catch made by Easton Baumgartner. And with that, Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter makes it 8-0 as we head to break. Let's take one more look at the RTC Network's instant replay of the icebreaker from Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter.
They bookended that with freshman receivers, Titus.
Very impressive. We'll be back with a kickoff right after this.
Farmers Union Oil Company of Watford City has been serving the customers in and around the surrounding community since 1929. Farmers Union Oil believes in community involvement and has supported numerous activities since the beginning. We take pride in giving back to our patrons through dividends and stock retirements. Our customer service should be our top focus to ensure a pleasurable experience for you, our customer. Whether you're looking for gas, fuel, hardware, or just needing to fuel the body, Farmers Union Oil is your one-stop shop.
8-0 Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter as they had a 14-play, 64-yard touchdown drive, and they were able to keep this high-powered Alexander offense off the field for almost the entire first half of the first quarter. Quite a drive there by the Imperials, wasn't it, Ross?
That was so impressive, and to cap it with a touchdown by a freshman receiver and Carson Piotz, and then a PAT with Easton Baumgartner. You could see why folks in Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter are excited about what they've got out on the gridiron today.
Colin Spell picks up that bouncing kickoff, and he is hit immediately by Jackson Piotz. And Alexander is going to have a long field ahead of them as they send their offense out on the field for the first time this afternoon.
Boy, they sure are. And you can tell Napoleon's come to play. There's a lot of good athletes down there, and historically there always has been, and there's no disappointment on the gridiron.
6:20 to go in the first quarter. Our first look at the Alexander offense of the day. Their leading quarterback is Ethan Gillespie, a split time with Jacob Novak at that spot throughout the season, and he will hand it off up the middle on first down. Good pursuit by the Imperial defense. Andre Dahl in on the stop of Rope Simonson, one of the leading rushers for Alexander this year. Rope comes in with a total of 86 carries, 513 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Pickup of 2 on his first carry of the ball game. 2nd and 8. And this will be Gillespie keeping it. Oh, he got hit hard. And physical play on both sides as we take a look at the RTC Network's instant replay on that tackle on Ethan Gillespie.
5-yard gain on the play makes it 3rd and 3.
Just a smothering defense in Napoleon. You could tell, after that 14-play drive, really pumps up the defensive side of the ball.
So he picks up 4, setting up a 3rd and 4, trying to stay ahead of the chains. Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter had 5 first downs on their drive. Alexander looking for their first one, and they would prefer to pick it up here on their first 3rd down conversion. And they're not going to get it on that play, as that was Jacob Novak, who played guard for 2 plays and then went into the quarterback spot, but he slipped as he was trying to make his cut there. And now it's 4th down. Decision time for Coach Jacobson, and it looks like they will send out the punt unit. Ethan Gillespie back in punt formation, although nobody for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter is back to receive, so they aren't buying it. We'll see what the Comets end up doing. It will be a punt. Nobody back there to return it. It'll take a Comet bounce inside the 40, and it'll rest right at the 35. Launched carefully by Julian Gann. We're back with Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter's offense back on the field after this timeout.
Have you ever wondered how your internet works? It starts with fiber in the ground.
And local employees who connect that fiber to your home or business.
Our 9,000 miles of fiber keep you connected.
To your neighbors and the world.
While keeping your data safe from intrusions, viruses, and malware.
At RTC Networks, we're proud to offer our community the fastest, most reliable fiber optic internet available. Our goal is to keep you connected seamlessly and securely.
Welcome back to Alexander. We want to thank a couple of our sponsors for coming on board with us. The Divide County Quarterback Club was established in 1971, supporting Divide County Maroon athletes and activities up there in Crosby and all of Divide County. Injured player on that play, as we also want to thank the McKenzie County Heritage Park and North Dakota Oil Museum on the west side of Watford City, where pioneering spirit runs strong. They've done a great job there with that entire complex, both inside and outside. You can visit them from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. An injured player that stopped the clock there as Andre Dahl was getting looked at by his coaching staff. He was able to get off the field under his own power. Hopefully he is all right and able to continue playing in this one. As we're down to 4:26 left to go in this first quarter. NGS with an 8-0 lead on your NCC scoreboard, and they are back on the field, ready to go with some more offense.
Well, here's the familiar formation for us. They're going to go right back to that option play.
He keeps it this time, which is the first time he's kept it on the option, and that's a good decision as he does get tackled by Jaden Champion, but not before a pickup of 6 yards.
I see Andre Dahl's entering the game. I think he just got a little shook up, maybe got the wind knocked out of him at the end of that last play.
You see him back out there replacing Carter Braun. They're also bringing in Brooks Grunfelder in replacing Bradley Hotman. So some substitutions coming in and out for both teams. Both of these teams, they play 9-man football, but there's a lot of guys on these rosters. It's always nice to see that when teams from schools that are this small are able to have enough depth to be competitive. Here goes Schneider rolling to his right. He'll throw a short pass, and what a good decision that is, as he's going to pick up a first down the easy way, getting it off to Jackson Piotz once again.
Yeah, Schneider just about lost his footing in the backfield, and he was able to recover and make a nice completion and a gain for the Imperials.
14-yard pickup there as Schneider connects with Piotz. Bryce Schneider now has already thrown for 56 yards on 8 of 10 attempts. Really efficient passing game so far through this first quarter by the Imperials.
Yeah, they don't take a lot of risk, do they, Titus?
They have not so far. 2 receivers to each side as Schneider now rolls. He's got all day to throw it. Now he's going to reverse and go back to his right. And now he's, after all that, going to decide to run it, and that's another good decision. Boy, his decision-making has been really impeccable, I would say, in this first quarter. When to pitch, when to keep it, when to throw, when to run, and he's picking up yardage no matter what he does here in this first quarter.
Well, you can see the strength there in Bryce Schneider. It's his decision-making. It was just about a coverage sack for the Comets, and when Schneider saw that he didn't have anything downfield, he just tucked it and ran and made a nice gain.
Gain of 9, 3:21 to go in the first quarter. Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter with the football and an 8-0 lead. Quick pass knocked away by Jacob Novak. Nice play.
You know, you got a sure-handed Jacob Novak there. Last time we saw that happen, it was with Cole Champion. Maybe the third time they'll just pick it and go.
Maybe. Great to see him back out there on the field. We heard Coach Trey Jacobson talking about him and some of the struggles that he's had to deal with through this season, dealing with a broken bone. But he's back out there, and you can see him wearing that brace on the left elbow.
Oh yeah, he's a tough nugget, Titus. When he broke that elbow, he didn't even complain about it in the game he broke it. He just finished the game out, and then they gave him some medical attention. So he's a tough one.
3rd and 1 from the 36, and Schneider will pick it up with his legs as he needed 1. He picks up 7, and another fresh set of downs for this impressive Imperial offense.
You know, we heard about his stats before the game, and you can see how dangerous he is with both his feet and with his arm.
Gets it down to the 29-yard line. Alexander ran 4 plays on offense. Other than that, well, it was 3 plays, then a punt. Other than that, NGS has had their offense on the field for this entire first quarter, dominating the time of possession battle, and right now leading at 8-0 and looking for more on this drive. Schneider takes a high snap, but he brings it in, rolls to his left, squares, throws all the way into the end zone. Incomplete, and a late flag is thrown. Let's take a look at the RTC Network's instant replay on that one. Okay. So,
you know, I think if the defender turns and squares up for the ball, we have a different outcome. But
pass interference, defense number 22, half the distance to the goal. That results in a first down.
yeah, we won't catch the replay there, but basically I believe what happened is 22 just never turned around to make a play on the ball, and that'll get to the flag every time.
With the impressive arm strength shown by Schneider on that one, as NGS gets their 3rd first down of the drive, their 8th first down already of this game, and they are once again right back in the red zone. 1st and 10, ball just inside the 15-yard line as Schneider, now another flag is thrown. We had our first penalty against Alexander.
Ball start, offense number 15, 5-yard penalty, it's still first down.
First penalty of the game against Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. So penalties are even right now, 1 apiece, but the big one went against Alexander. That one just a 5-yarder against Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter.
Yeah, this is what Alexander needs right now, though. They got to get Napoleon back on their heels just a little bit. Maybe this penalty, 1st and 15, affect how they make their decisions going forward here, get back into the red zone.
They have not had a negative play yet. The closest to it was that one right there with the penalty. They've not lost yardage any time that they've snapped the football. Schneider takes the snap, rolls to the left, throws it. It's caught. Piotz, touchdown, Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. Jackson Piotz with a 20-yard touchdown reception. Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter has come to play here today as we take a look at that on the RTC Network's instant replay.
What a beautiful throw and catch. Ray Schneider just keeping his head up. He sees number 12, Jackson Piotz, makes the connection for 6.
NGS will leave their offense on the field. as they try to tack on this 2-point conversion with 2:22 left to go in the first quarter. Schneider rolls to his right, runs out of real estate, and he will get sacked as Gillespie and Champion combine on the stop. So the score remains Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter 14, Alexander nothing. We're back with a kickoff after this on Game Day Media.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
Brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy Cooperatives.
One more look at this touchdown pass from Schneider to Piatz. NGS has come to play today, trying for their 8th win of the season, and they have put themselves in a great position to do just that, taking on the undefeated Comets this afternoon in Alexander. You know, Ross, I was expecting Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter would come to play, but they have impressed me and exceeded my expectations through these first 10 minutes.
Absolutely. Their ball control has just been pure. Faltered with the penalty a little bit there, but otherwise, they came to play.
That one will continue to roll out of bounds. Oh, man, that almost was disastrous for Alexander. If that would have taken a different bounce back towards the field of play, the Comets would have had to try to pick it up around the 10-yard line with some great pursuit by NGS, but they will get the advantage of it going out of bounds.
Illegal free kick out of bounds. Kicking team number 55. The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down, Alexander.
So Alexander will set up at their own 35, and this is a really important series of downs for Alexander. Already finding themselves behind by 2 scores at 14-0, behind in the momentum department as well, and losing in the yardage department 123-6.
Absolutely. I think when you talk about confidence, this is going to be the drive that makes or breaks the Comets today.
Gillespie hands it off to Getzlaff, and look at that. Corey Getzlaff, the fullback, picks up 11 yards and a first down for the Comets. Look at your RTC Network's instant replay as they give it to our spotlight player, Corey Getzlaff, and he picks up a first down over the left side.
He's just such a steady player for Alexander. He's done a wonderful job all year.
Gillespie will keep it himself as he tries to go up the middle. Not much real estate to work with. A good hit by Brody McDowell, the senior for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter, limiting that carry to a gain of 1.
1 yard. Second and 9.
Yeah, that's a rare sighting for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter, a senior.
Yeah. Quickly back to the line go the Comets. Quickly back to Corey Getzlaff they go, and he gets across midfield before getting piled up. Tackled by about 4 or 5 different Imperials on that play, but a good positive gain as they run to the left once again. Give him 4 yards there, setting up a 3rd and 5. And Alexander running a hurry-up offense right now. Play action fake by Gillespie, throws it deep down the right side. He's got Champion, overthrows him just a little bit. Pretty good coverage by Jackson Piatz, running stride for stride with Jaden Champion.
Well, Champion got open on that, but boy, there's a lot of real estate out in front of that scrambling quarterback, Ethan Gillespie. I thought maybe he would take that just to get the first down, but now he's looking at 4 and 4.
4th down and 5 with the ball in Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter territory at the 49. No doubt about this decision. They're going to go for it, and they really need a 4th down conversion here with 1:15 left to go in the first quarter. Gillespie sends Spell in motion. Fakes the handoff to him. One rusher comes to him. He gets the pass off, and it's caught by Champion, and the drive continues.
Beautiful throw
Ethan
and catch.
Gillespie to Jaden Champion for the big-time 4th down connection there.
Here we'll watch Gillespie roll out here on the right-hand side and just finds Champion all alone. First down.
Second first down of the game for Alexander, a 12-yard connection there. That was the first pass completion of the game for the Comets. Gillespie hands it off to Getzlaf, coming to the right side. He breaks a tackle, but can't break the third, fourth, and fifth tackles that the Imperials wrap him up. He was not going down easy, but it ends up being no gain for Corey Getzlaf on that first down carry.
Yeah, Corey Getzlaf just about spun himself out of that pile, but they blew it dead.
He actually lost a yard there, according to the spot, back to the 38. They'll have the football on the right hash mark, as Dylan Strami will snap it to Ethan Gillespie. Takes the snap. Here comes the rush from Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. Gillespie able to evade it. Had a man, Julian Gant, near the left sideline, but he was unable to bring it in, and now it's 3rd and 11.
Boy, that was a beautiful throw by Gillespie. I think Gant wishes he had that one back. You can see him holding his head. It was right there.
We've seen Julian Gant turn in some highlight plays both on offense and defense already this year, but not that time, and no doubt he'll have another opportunity as this game goes along.
Oh, for certain. He's a very sure-handed receiver. I'm sure he's going to bounce back from that.
This could be the last play of the quarter with 10.5 seconds left. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Thanks for joining us here today on Game Day Media as Gillespie throws it to the left, looking for Gant again, and that time too far over his head. Didn't really have a chance to bring that one in, and now it's 4th and 11. They are 1 for 1 on their 4th down conversions on this drive. The other 4th down they faced, they punted it away on their first possession. And, well, we thought that 4th and 5 was big. This 4th and 11 is even bigger as we near the end of this first quarter. 6.4 seconds to go in quarter number 1. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Champion a tight end on the right side. As Spell goes in motion from the slot. They fake the handoff to him. Gillespie throws it up over the middle. Knocked away, incomplete. No flags thrown either direction, and that'll be a turnover on downs with 1 second remaining in this first quarter.
Yeah, I don't think Cole Champion is able to get his head turned around in time. We saw that play a couple weeks ago. It worked well for the Comets, and it looks like that's going to have some opportunity as the day plays on, but didn't make that connection this go-around.
And a game we were able to do where it was Divide County versus Alexander. We saw Alexander put up a great game through the air, and they're going to have to rely on that. I think the way that this game script is going right now, they're going to have to gain some yardage through the air against this stiff Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter defense. End of the quarter as Schneider takes it over the right side and gains 6 to end a very impressive first quarter for the Imperials from Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. NCC scoreboard after 1 quarter of play. Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter 14, Alexander nothing. We're back with the second quarter right after this.
Located in Crosby, North Dakota, Brad Johnson Insurance has been helping clients find insurance coverage since 1986. Our team is passionate about serving the community in which we live and pride ourselves on getting to know our clients to best serve their needs. Our staff is active in the public and strives to better our community through participation, involvement, and by supporting area events and youth programs. For a quote, visit bradjohnsoninsurance.com or call 701-965-4200 today.
Welcome back to Alexander as we get ready for the second quarter. I want to thank one of our live read sponsors, the Bakken Nightmares Haunted House, the Tioga Community Halloween Party, presenting them, located at the Tioga Country Club there in Tioga. See the schedule there on your screen. $20 gets you in there to the Bakken Nightmares Haunted House. So it's a second down for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. I don't think they have the first down sticks quite in the right spot, so Ross will be able to talk about what we saw there in that first quarter. I was expecting Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter to move the football. What I have been impressed with, and to me what so far is the difference in this game, is the way that the Imperials have played defense against Alexander's offense through one quarter.
Absolutely. You know, when you look at the size and the speed of Napoleon, they just match up really well with Alexander, and Alexander hasn't been able to find an answer on the offensive line. I'm sure they're working on some things, but so far, Napoleon has really shined on that defensive front.
Still a lot of football to go, but Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter no doubt winning that first quarter. As quarter number 2 begins, 2nd and 4, quick pass to the right side, incomplete, as that pass was not brought in by Jacob Meitinger. Let's take a look at the RTC Network's instant replay. That was Schneider's just 4th incomplete pass of the ball game.
Here we'll take a look at Schneider. He sees his man out in the flat. He makes a nice throw. He's just not able to make a completion.
So that brings up a 3rd and 4. And we'll see. I wonder if they're going to run the option. They've seemed to like that play, and it's worked out well for them every time that they've run it. See what Coach Fettig decides to do here. Straight drop. Now Schneider tucks it, and he is going to run out of time. There's a sack for the Comet defense. First man to hit him was Colt Champion. Jaden Champion also got in there to help finish him off. 4th down for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter.
Well, you really see the hand strength of Colt Champion. He's able to grab Schneider on the jersey and start pulling him down. He got little help from Big Brother.
As far as sacks go, it wasn't the most detrimental. Just cost them 2 yards. So it looks like they may leave the offense on the field for this 4th and 6. They are on their own side of the field, on the own side of midfield, but looks like they have confidence in their offense that they can pick up 6 or more yards on this 4th down.
Absolutely. With the success that they've had thus far, you can't really blame them for going for it here.
3 receivers left, 1 right. Schneider takes the snap. Steps up, fires over the middle. It's caught.
Beautiful
touchdown,
throw.
Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter on 4th down. That is a connection of 57 yards.
Oh, boy, you'll see it right here. Bryce Schneider dropping back, looking downfield, has to scramble a little bit, and he finds number 12, Jackson Piatz. Who else? Touchdown. Beautiful throw and catch.
His 2nd touchdown reception of the game, and it is 20-0 Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter.
Yeah, it's tough to find an answer for this Napoleon offense. They're just really diverse. They can get it done on the ground, through the air.
And they will go for 2, 1 for 2 so far on 4th down conversions. Schneider throws it to the left. Oh, it's caught. I didn't think that was the intended receiver, but Piatz brings it in. He got the 57-yard touchdown reception, and he snags the 2-point conversion as well. 22-0 Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter on your NCC scoreboard as we take one more look at the RTC Network's instant replay of that jump pass connection from Schneider to Jackson Piatz for 57 yards and a touchdown.
Boy, he really showed off his arm strength there, didn't he?
He did. We'll be back with a kickoff right after this.
Farmers Union Oil Company of Watford City has been serving the customers in and around the surrounding community since 1929. Farmers Union Oil believes in community involvement and has supported numerous activities since the beginning. We take pride in giving back to our patrons through dividends and stock retirements. Our customer service should be our top focus to ensure a pleasurable experience for you, our customer. Whether you're looking for gas, fuel, hardware, or just needing to fuel the body, Farmers Union Oil is your one-stop shop.
22-0 Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter with the lead as they score on a 4-play drive that just took 1 minute and 6 seconds off the clock. 57-yard touchdown pass from Bryce Schneider to Jackson Piatz. 2-point conversion is good. And with 10:55 left in this first half, it continues to be an impressive showing by the number 4 seed from Region 4, Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter.
Well, I'll tell you the quickest way to quiet Here we have a kick out of bounds, it looks like, Titus.
Yeah, our second kickoff out of bounds. The first kickoff of the game was really close, and it had to be picked up by Alexander. The last two have gone all the way out of bounds as we listen to Drew Flogan for the penalty announcement.
Illegal free kick out of bounds. Kicking team number 55. The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down, Alexander.
Alexander had 2 first downs on their last drive after not picking up a first down on their first possession. And they'll take over once again at their own 35-yard line, but now in a huge early hole. Novak in at quarterback, and he will keep it on the first play of that drive. Nothing fancy there, just a gain of 7 yards.
Well, what I started to say before the kick went out of bounds was the best thing you can do when you're a visiting team is quiet the hometown crowd, and a 22-0 score will do that for you.
Certainly will.
We'll see how Alexander responds now.
Novak again up the middle, and he will pick up a first down, and he is excited to be back on the field, and he is ready to make some big plays.
First down.
Pickup of 11 on that play for the leading rusher for Alexander. You heard that right. Even though he missed half the season, he is still Alexander's leading rusher as the stats go.
Well, and you can see just by his size, he's a load. I mean, they had him in at the guard position at the beginning of the game, and then they put him under center. So Jacob Novak can do a lot of things for you.
He sure can. Gillespie back in a quarterback. Handoff goes to Julian Gant, and he is stuck. A big TFL for Brooks Grunfelder.
Boy, Grunfelder just came into the backfield untouched. I don't know if that was a missed block.
1 yard, second and 11.
It brings up a second down and 11, and that slows the momentum down a little bit that Alexander had been gaining, and it'll be a toss to Gant on the right side. Makes a man miss behind line of scrimmage and able to break free for a first down before he's tackled by Jackson Piotz. Longest play of the game right there for Alexander.
Start to see some of that speed of Gant. Did a nice job of picking his way through the defense, and that's what Alexander's going to need to do in order to get back into this game. They're going to have to pick up their tempo, and they're going to have to make some plays.
Second first down of the drive, fourth first down of the ball game as Novak keeps it, finds a little bit of room up the middle, and then gets sent backwards. He never does go down, but they blow the play dead at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 7 for Novak. He's carried it 4 times and has 25 rushing yards to lead his Comets as they try to get on the scoreboard here in this one.
Yeah, I think Coach Jacobson saw something that he liked in that Imperial defense that he can exploit. We'll see if that holds true for the balance of this drive.
That will be Corey Getzlaff, who goes to the right side that time, and Getzlaff didn't quite pick up all of the yardage. Get a good look there at Jacob Novak, who's been dealing with his left elbow injury. You can see the brace and the tape on there. He probably playing through some pain, but you know he wants to be out there, not only for himself, but also for his teammates. It's that time of year as they keep it on the ground. A quick quarterback sneak, and they got a first down out of that from Novak.
Well, you know, when you look at Alexander's offensive line, they got some big boys up there, and they can move some bodies, certainly enough to get the first down in that situation. But I'm still impressed with the Imperials' defensive front. They are big and strong and fast, and that's going to be a tough matchup for this Comet outfit.
So they get the third down conversion there, and they have entered the Souris Valley Dental Group red zone with this first down at the 20-yard line. Cullen Spell wide to the left, a tight end to the right. That's Culbertson as they run the option. A pitch from Novak to Gant, and he'll gain a couple, but Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter, pretty good defense there on that one as Carson Piotz and Bryce Schneider combine on the stop of Julian Gant after he picks up 3 on the pitch.
Yeah, a salty defense the Napoleon Imperials bring today, and quick too, and that's what you have to have a 9B, man. You just got to be quick, and they certainly are.
Already the longest drive of the game as far as yardage goes for Alexander. This next play will make it the longest as far as plays go, and they really need to get this one in the end zone as they fumble the snap, and Novak unable to do anything with it. He just has to cover it up, and now it's 3rd and long. Not what Coach Jacobson and his Comets had in mind for that second down play.
No, Novak wisely covering it up to avoid any further damage on that play, but that's unfortunate.
Yeah, especially when you're dealing with an injury, and it just didn't seem like he was ready for that snap. And yeah, you could turn a bad situation and make it worse if you try to pick that up and then turn around and before you have it secured, try to make a pass or pitch it somewhere, and it could turn into 6 the other direction. So they live to play another down here with a 3rd and 14 upcoming from the Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter 24-yard line. He is hit on that one. Good pressure from the defensive line of the Imperials. Andre Dahl getting the quarterback hit, and unfortunately Novak a little slow in getting up. Helped back up on his feet, and now Ross, a 4th and 14 for the Comets, and this is no doubt 4-down territory. Got to pick up 14 yards to keep this drive going as we near the midway point of the second quarter.
Yeah, you see Novak coming off the field there, a little slow. You can't help but wonder if he didn't aggravate that injury.
Gillespie back in at quarterback. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Gillespie sends Spell in motion. Gillespie takes the snap, throws it over the middle. He's got Culbertson who bobbles it, makes the catch. He needs to make one man miss, and he cannot. And that'll be a turnover on downs. As that was a nice open field tackle by Brooks Grunefelder. Good
Beautiful
pass.
call by Coach Jacobson there. Get Caden out in the flat, but couldn't make his defender miss, and it was a big stop for the Imperials. They'll take it over on downs.
So that bobbled snap really makes all the difference on that series of downs, as Alexander had moved it well up until that point, but that play was almost like a penalty where it lost them 7 yards, and they were not able to convert on the 4th down conversion attempt. And now Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter really in the driver's seat of this one will take over on offense with 5:56 to go. A little bit of a dangerous pitch. It seemed like a long pitch from where we were watching, but it works out well as Jackson Piotz heads towards the left sideline, close to 1st down yardage once again.
Yeah, that's not an easy pitch to make. Sure worked well for him. Get another one of the strengths that you have in Bryce Schneider.
Yeah, arm strength goes both ways, whether you're pitching it backwards or pitching it forwards. And there he showed it on the backwards pitch on the option. 9-yard gain for Jackson Piotz. And if you're Alexander, it's so hard to decide what you want to take away from this Imperial offense, the way that they have moved the football in this first half.
Well, what's really impressive is their discipline, their awareness.
Schneider moves the pocket, again pitches it to Jackson Piotz. That time, Alexander's defense was ready to string that play out, and he did not pick up a 1st down. In fact, he lost a yard or 2.
You know, it's interesting as you watch the Imperial offense move the ball, they sort of lull you into a little bit of complacency, and you start taking some risks, and then they exploit it. And they can make the big play, as we've seen.
3rd and 2. Ball on the 22-yard line of the Imperials. Neither defense has created a turnover yet. Alexander could really use one of those here. As Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter, I can't imagine that they would be real likely to go for it this deep in their own territory if they don't pick up the 2 yards on this play, but we'll have to see, and it looks like we're going to have our first timeout of the ball game. This timeout was brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. They are
Timeout,
full
Napoleon.
service.
That's our first timeout of the half.
Full service, family-owned, independent community bank built on the bond between our employees and customers. We're back after this on Game Day Media.
Looking to save on fuel and fuel up fast? Patriot Fuels of Alexander, North Dakota is your partner in profit. We're proud to support the trucking industry with high-speed fueling systems, top-quality products, and vendor relationships that put your success first. Join the Patriot Fuels Fleet Card program and unlock exclusive discounts, or simply pay at the pump. Either way, you're fueling with integrity and efficiency. Patriot Fuels, driven to deliver more. Located in Alexander, North Dakota.
Welcome back to Alexander. My name is Titus Denberg alongside Ross Sundin. Also up with us in the booth is David Peterson doing a great job producing. And outside, we've got a couple of great cameramen, Curtis Long and Colton Lenzen, bringing you all the sights from Alexander on this sunny October afternoon. 3rd down and 2 for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. I want to say a special hello to everybody watching back in the Napoleon and Gackle and Streeter communities. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for finding us today on Game Day Media. 3rd and 2, as Schneider throws it over to Piatz, and he broke the first tackle, but not the second one, as Jaden Champion makes the stop to bring up a 4th down.
That was a big stop, but I'm sure Napoleon is going to go for it. They haven't seemed to have a whole lot of trouble picking up a couple yards.
They gained 1. And, you know, Ross, I think if I was the coach with a 22-0 lead, I would probably punt, just based on where they are at on the field. But no indication yet. Clock continues to run.
I think they have so much confidence in their offense. Coach Fedek is just going to roll the bones.
It looks like they will go for it. 4 minutes left to go in the first half. And some movement. If that's against Alexander, that really hurts. It looks like.
Looks like he got him with the hard
timeout,
count.
Napoleon. That's our second charge timeout of the half.
Was a timeout taken. So the play clock was running down, and Coach Fedek takes a timeout. Once again, this timeout brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. And Alexander may have caught a break there as they almost committed a penalty in jumping off sides and giving Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter a free first down before they could even snap the ball on that 4th down conversion.
Yeah, I thought with that hard count, Jaden Champion may have stepped across, but fortunately the timeout, as you said.
So 4th and 1. Now with the timeout to think about it, Ross, are you still team go for it?
I am team go for it.
Okay, I'll stay on team punt, and we'll see. One of us will be right, one of us will be wrong, and then we'll see. Depending on the outcome of the play, we'll see which one of us looks smarter.
Absolutely. You know, I can't help but think that right now the mindset of Napoleon is we're up 22-0. Now's the time where we got the heel on the throat of the Comets. Let's roll the bones. But we'll see. Maybe they'll go conservative.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, there isn't a real wrong decision right here, I would say, the way that they have played defense. You know, we've seen them stop Alexander in the red zone. And it does look like they will remain committed to going for it here on 4th and 1. Schneider takes the snap. Goes to the weak side. He fumbles the football, and I think he got back on top of it. And they do convert the 4th down conversion. Wow.
Wow is right. There was a lot going on in that play. I was really surprised that Schneider, the sure-handed Schneider, coughed it up, but he was able to get back on top of it and move the chains.
Well, Ross, you were right. They go for it on 4th down, and they pick it up. They keep their offense on the field despite the fumble. And that 4th down conversion keeps the ball in the possession of the Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter Imperials. And now, with the clock situation as it is, they might be able to run out the clock in this first half without Alexander ever touching the football again. Although that incomplete pass will throw a wrench into those plans, as that one falls to the near side, incomplete.
Well, you can credit Colt Champion with that. He had those big paws up in the face of Bryce Schneider, and Schneider just overthrew his receiver.
So that stops the clock with 3:26 left to go in the second quarter. Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter 22, Alexander nothing. We want to thank our friends over at the ND Scorefeed app for providing the ticker you see at the bottom of your screen there, keeping you up to date on all of the playoff action going on across our great state of North Dakota. A few surprises on that scoreboard, a few big numbers on the scoreboard as well, as Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter is ready for the 2nd and 10 play. Schneider.
Lots of time.
He will throw it at the last second. Oh, it's caught A first down and more for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter as that catch was made by Brooks Grunfelder. And that was at the very last second that he was able to get that pass off.
Brooks Grunfelder, another one of those freshmen out there. They've got 3 outstanding receivers. You've got Carson Piotz, you've got Easton Baumgartner, and you've got Brooks Grunfelder. And they are having a whale of a game, the 3 of those freshmen.
A gain of 23 yards for the Imperials. They get it back into Alexander territory. And still just over 3 minutes remaining in this second quarter. They're looking for their 4th touchdown of this opening half. Schneider will be hit. A flag comes flying in near the end of that play, and now another late flag is thrown.
2 flags down on the play.
Let's take a look at the RTC Network's instant replay, and then we'll check in with Drew Floggin for the official announcement.
Might have offsetting penalties here.
We got fouls on both teams. Holding, offense number 54. We also have a personal foul, face mask, defense number 11. Those penalties offset. We'll replay first down.
A lot of action, and some of it illegal, and it all results in a do-over.
Yeah, Alexander caught a break there with that holding penalty.
We will replay first down.
So it brings up 1st and 10 once again at the Alexander 48-yard line. This will be the 7th play of the drive. Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter already with 10 first downs, 222 yards of total offense. Quick pass, right side, caught by Jackson Piotz. Ushered out of bounds by Julian Gant after another quick strike and a gain of 8. 2nd and 2 coming up from the Comet 40.
Yeah, it's really impressive, you know. Schneider doesn't hang on to the ball very long. He gets it out quick and lets his receivers do his work, and Piotz did a nice job with run after the catch.
It's going to be so hard for a defender to know which direction you need to react to. If you're a split second late on that initial reaction, that can happen, and you're giving up 8 yards, if not more. As they get ready for a 2nd and 2, another quick pass to the right side. Like the same play from up here as they get it to Jackson Piotz again. Again, he's tackled by Julian Gant, and again, it's a gain of 8 yards.
Well, you can see that, you know, Gant's trying to respect the quickness of Napoleon, but in order to stop that, he's going to have to move up on his receiver, maybe give him a little bump at the line if he can stay with him.
He gets it down to the Comet 32-yard line. Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter has 1 timeout remaining. Alexander, I believe, still has all 3 of their timeouts left.
So when you watch this defensive formation, there's just no help up over the top, and I'm sure they're worried about the deep ball.
This time they fake the short pass. They go for it all. He was out of bounds. Yep, a good catch by our producer, David Peterson, there as Piotz. I think his right foot stepped out of bounds. Let's take a look at the RTC Network's instant replay.
Well, you can see right here why Gant has been respecting Piotz on the outside. They went to the flat twice, and then they went deep, and fortunately for Alexander, Piotz just happened to step out of bounds.
Illegal participation, offense number 12. That's a 15-yard penalty. Replay first down.
It's a big one. 15-yarder going in the opposite direction of NGS. Their 4th penalty of the first half. 2 of those have been kicks out of bounds. And that one, an illegal participation penalty.
Yeah, Alexander should feel pretty fortunate there.
That changes the field position. They now have a 1st and 25 with 2:40 left to go before halftime.
Well, I'd like to tell you that 25 yards is a long ways, but the way that this Imperial offense has been moving the ball, I'm not going to say it.
It's a quarter of the field, and they're going to try to get some on the ground as Schneider gets past the first wave of Comet defenders, and he's brought down by Champion, and Getzlaff slow in getting up. After that gain of 5 yards for Schneider and the Imperials.
6-yard gain on the play makes it 2nd and 19.
That'll bring up a 2nd and 20. 2:10 remaining in this second quarter. You're going to go with 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. 2 down linemen. Looks like they're going to send 4 on the rush to Schneider. He picks his way through the pocket, lofts it up there, incomplete over the head of Jackson Piotz, and that'll stop the clock before a 3rd and 20 comes up next for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. Really important 2-play stretch here as Napoleon tries to get half of the yardage for the first down, and this is 4-down territory now. Certainly when they're going for a 4th and 1 at their own 22-yard line, there's no doubt that they're going to go for a 4th down on the plus side of the field. We have to Alexander to get a couple of stops, get the football back before halftime. A 5-receiver set if they do get set. Now one of them goes back into a running back position as Schneider takes the snap from shotgun. Here comes the rush, and the Comets will wrap him up as Corey Getzlaff gets the sack. Corey Getzlaff gets the 1-yard sack back to the 43-yard line, and Alexander will take a timeout as we take a look at that RTC Network's
timeout,
replay.
Alexander. That's their first charge timeout of the half.
Nice play by Getzlaff. So before the 4th down play, we're going to take this timeout. It's brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. Stick around. We're back with 4th and 21 for the Imperials after this on Game Day Media.
Have you ever wondered how your internet works? It starts with fiber in the ground.
And local employees who connect that fiber to your home or business.
Our 9,000 miles of fiber keep you connected
to your neighbors and the world, while keeping your data safe from intrusions, viruses, and malware.
At RTC Networks, we're proud to offer our community the fastest, most reliable fiber optic internet available. Our goal is to keep you connected seamlessly and securely.
Welcome back to Alexander, and I'm gonna toss it over to David Peterson, our producer for the evening. David, how's it going over there?
A lot of arms needed right now. It's a lot of fun. It's fun being in Alexander. Kind of stunned right now, I guess, honestly, between these two teams as the high-powered Alexander Comets just can't get anything going, and these Imperials are putting it to the Comets.
They've been impressive, and now a 4th and 21. Alexander looking for a much-needed stop as Schneider lets it fly. A flag is thrown at the back end of that play. It looks like they're going to get Colt Champion on a late hit, as this could be an enormous penalty on a 4th and 21.
Yeah, 4th and 21. We've seen it earlier in the season. There was a late hit out of bounds from the Comets, and unfortunately,
roughing the passer, defense number 55. That's a 15-yard penalty and automatic first down.
Oh. And we saw that same play up in Kenmare Bowbells as a couple 3-4 yards out of bounds and putting Zach Zorn or Jacob Zorn, one of the two, into the bleachers and taking him off. He was ultimately ejected from the contest and had to serve a 1-game suspension.
Yeah, it's a tough decision to know where you're at on the field, and that time the penalty is called, and it's such a costly one. Just the second penalty of the half against Alexander, but it gives Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter a fresh set of downs. Pass, dangerous one. Oh, it's caught. I thought Champion might have an interception, but the completion is made on that connection to Baumgartner. And this Imperial offense continues driving.
You take a look at the RTC Network's instant replay right here. He just puts it on a rope. It throws it right through a tunnel in between the outstretched arms of Jaden Champion. Nice pass from the quarterback. Put it right where it needed to be.
That really was. 2nd and 4. Clock continues to run. Under a minute to go before halftime. And Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter not in any particular hurry right now with a 22-0 lead. As they get ready for this 2nd down play, Schneider steps up. He's going to run. Getzlaff brings him down along with Champion, but I think he's going to have enough for the first down. I hear whistles. I see them stopping the clock. They have flipped the dial down to 3rd.
Well, that's
timeout, Napoleon. That's their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Timeout was taken by Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter, and I do not think he got it. Looking at it live, I thought he may have picked up just the exact yardage he needed, but apparently not.
The down,
be third and short.
The down marker's just about at the same exact territory as the chains on the far side of the field. But I love the way this quarterback plays. He's just so smart with the ball. He doesn't turn it over a whole lot. He also going to put 34 seconds back on the clock, it looks like. But he plays so smart. He is very patient as a quarterback. He lets the play develop, doesn't get his team in trouble. When you play mistake-free football and going on the road already puts you up big.
Yeah, he has not made any big mistakes here today. Been so disciplined and just really good decision-making. And now it's a third and less than a yard. That was their final timeout of the half. Brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. So with 34 seconds left to go, Schneider will take the snap. Hands right up the middle, breaks a Getzlaff tackle and will pick up a first down. Continues driving the legs down near the 10-yard line. He picks up 8.
And best case scenario for the Imperials there, the ball is going to be set with the clock stopping with 27.2 seconds and running now.
Yeah, they have time to run a couple of plays, even though they're out of timeout. Schneider rolls to the right, throws back across his body, incomplete. Colin Spell may have had the best chance at it. It's intended for Carson Piotz, but it goes over everybody's head and out of bounds. That was already the 22nd pass attempt in this first half by the quarterback, Bryce Schneider.
That was a dangerous pass going back into the field of play. Unfortunately for the Comets, they weren't able to get it from the sure-handed defensive end, but again, probably one of the first mistakes that Schneider's made all game long, throwing it into coverage like that.
So my unofficial stats have Alexander running 21 plays on offense. Total in this first half, Schneider has now thrown 22 pass attempts by himself, and there's number 23, pass incomplete, over to the right side. The clock becoming less and less of an issue for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter as they get ready for a third down, although they can pick up a first down without getting a touchdown. So if they were to pick up 10 yards in the field of play, they might not be able to get another play snapped before the half expires. The Comets have 2 timeouts left. Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter is all out of timeouts. And it's now 3rd and 10 from the 11-yard line, as once again the Imperials are back in the Souris Valley Dental Group red zone.
You think right now they probably maybe looked at calling 2 plays in one possession, just the extended break over on this close sidelines between Schneider and head coach. If you catch it, go down, got to get on the ball or get into the end zone.
3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Schneider takes a snap, throws it over the middle. He's got a man. It's a touchdown for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter, as that catch was made by Brooks Grunfelder, and it is now 28-0.
Take a look at the RTC Network's instant replay here, just running back straight up the middle into no man's land and untouched until he gets into the end zone for a big. Could that be the knockout blow early here in the game, right at halftime from the Imperials? Very impressive Imperials.
Just 6.6 seconds remaining in the opening half. That drive took 5 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock. Schneider trying to add on the 2-point conversion. He's got a man. That is caught and brought in for a 2-point conversion. That one is caught by Grunfelder as well. There is another flag on the play. Looks like after the catch was made.
Alexander Comets, 0.
We'll keep it right here as we await the official ruling.
The result of the play is a scored conversion. After the play, personal foul, defense number 2. That penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
So that drive goes 14 plays, covers 86 yards. As mentioned, take 5 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock. There's a couple of fourth down conversions on that drive, one via penalty. And that 11-yard touchdown pass from Schneider to Grunfelder makes it 28-0, and then those two connect once again on the 2-point conversion, and it's now 30-0 Imperials.
30 unanswered points after a 4-hour bus ride from Napoleon all the way up, probably I-94 up and into Bismarck, Dickinson, north into Alexander. These Imperials got off the bus, knew this was going to be a business trip, and they are taking care of business here today.
They had a stop at Richardson, it sounded like, on their way out west and up north here to Alexander. That kickoff, no problem going all the way through the end zone. So now Alexander will have 2 timeouts to work with, but only 6.1 seconds to try and cover 80 yards of the field.
Well, this 6.1 seconds left. Are you just going to take a knee and get into halftime and get in and kind of regroup and go, guys, if you got anything left in the tank, now is the time to empty it. We're down 30. We spotted them 30 in this first half, and we have to figure out a way to get some momentum. They're going to get that momentum with the ball receiving the second half kickoff right off the bat. And if maybe Jacob Novak can work some magic here in that backfield, looks like they're just going to take a knee.
Gillespie will toss it to
Like
Novak.
I said, a halfback pass.
Yeah, they will pick up some yardage as Novak hits Gant, but he will be brought down at the 22 or 42-yard line, a gain of 22. And that is how the half comes to an end. A dominating half by the visitors. The Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter Imperials lead the Comets 30-0 at halftime. Stick around. We'll have your Nodak Insurance Company halftime report brought to you by Eric Mogan. But first, we're going to have Ross Sundin down on the field visiting with Alexander head coach Trey Jacobson. And
Thank you, Ted. I'm down on field with Coach Trey Jacobson. Coach Jacobson, an impressive Napoleon Imperials today.
Yeah, they came ready to go. I think we were a little flat to start the game. I think they got more juice than we do. We're going to have to obviously look ourselves in the mirror at halftime here and get some stuff figured out.
They got a salty defense. I didn't think anybody could pitch a shutout to your offense at a half of football, but what are you seeing there?
Yeah, they're aggressive. They fly around. They want to win. You can tell. They didn't travel 4 hours or whatever it was to come here and lay an egg. They're ready to go.
It's a business trip. Good luck to you in the second half, Coach.
Thank you.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app, and as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remain. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs, with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company. Stop by our office in Watford City and visit with Eric Mogan and Brady Monroe to see how we can help.
At Johnson & Sundin Law Office, we combine big case expertise with small town service. Since 1980, we've fought for clients across western North Dakota. From oil and gas disputes to serious injury and wrongful death cases, probate, agriculture, and more. No matter what issue, our experienced team is ready to stand by your side. In our office in Watford City, we're here for you, wherever you are. Johnson & Sundin, expert legal representation rooted in North Dakota.
Located in Crosby, North Dakota, Brad Johnson Insurance has been helping clients find insurance coverage since 1986. Our team is passionate about serving the community in which we live and pride ourselves on getting to know our clients to best serve their needs. Our staff is active in the public and strives to better our community through participation, involvement, and by supporting area events and youth programs. For a quote, visit bradjohnsoninsurance.com or call 701-965-4200 today. At Souris Valley Dental Group, we've been using modern treatment techniques and products to help families smile since 1968. Voted as the #1 dentist in Minot, our team of expert dentists combine their unique areas of expertise and their experiences to create treatment plans that help each individual patient meet their goals. Contact our dental office at 701-419-8900 or visit sourisvalleydental.com to schedule an appointment today. You can count on us to keep your family grinning from ear to ear for many years to come.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Welcome back to Alexander. Welcome into your Nodak Insurance Company halftime show. Your agent in McKenzie County, Eric Mogan. Our mission is to meet the lifetime financial needs of our clients by providing competitive products and outstanding service. All Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter in the first half. Let's do a first half scoring recap first off. NGS took the first drive of the game, 64 yards on 14 plays. They took 5 minutes and 37 seconds off the clock, scoring on a 5-yard touchdown pass from their quarterback, Bryce Schneider, to Carson Piotz. 2-point conversion attempt was good. 8-0 Imperials with 6:23 left in the first quarter. Then a 3-and-out for the Comets. Gave the football right back to Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. They went 7 plays, 65 yards, in 2 minutes and 4 seconds, scoring on a 20-yard pass from Bryce Schneider to Jackson Piotz. 2-point conversion attempt was no good. After that touchdown, it was 14-0 Imperials with 2:22 left in the first quarter. That was the score after 1 quarter of play. And then 2 more Imperial touchdowns in the second quarter. First one coming after a quick 4-play drive that was took just 1 minute and 6 seconds off the clock, scoring on a 57-yard touchdown pass from Schneider to Jackson Piotz's second receiving touchdown of the half. 2-point conversion attempt was good. 22-0 Imperials with 10:55 left. And then just moments before halftime, another 14-play drive that took 86 yards, 5 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock. 11-yard touchdown pass from Schneider to Grunfelder. Those two combined again on the 2-point conversion attempt, and it was 30-0 Imperials with 6 seconds left. And that is our score at halftime. It looks like Ross Sundin has caught up with head coach Jamison Fettig of the Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter Imperials down on the field. We'll toss it down to Ross in a second for more Lindsay Grocery Coach's comments.
I'm down on the field with Coach Jamison Fettig with the Napoleon Imperials. Coach Fettig, we're looking at a 30-0 lead. I didn't think anybody could pitch a shutout to the Alexander Comet offense. What do you got to say about that defense?
They showed up. No, you always get worried when you go on a 4-hour bus ride and kids are going to show up and play. This is the best our team has ever played all year. I mean, top to bottom, 0 mistakes. Offense, defensively, zero concerns right now.
What do you say to a team like Napoleon when you go in at halftime, 30-0? What do you say to your boys?
Honestly, we came here knowing they weren't going to stop us on offense. I mean, we got a lot of speed, and we just kind of saw they didn't have any answers for it. And our defense is the number one thing right now. I mean, I knew we were going to score, but we thought it was going to be a little higher scoring game. Our defense came and is showing out pretty dang good right now.
Well, it's a business trip, and you showed up to do some business. Congrats, and good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right.
Back to you, Titus.
Thank you very much, Ross. Boy, a pretty pleased head coach there, Jamison Fettig, the way that his team came to play in that first half, leading it 30-0. He is 1 half away from getting 1 road win here in the playoffs and trying to put his team in position to have another road game next week. Let's take a look at the first half stats. First off, for the Imperials, 271 yards of total offense, 81 rushing yards, 190 passing yards. Bryce Schneider, 16 of 24, passing the football for 190 yards and those 4 passing touchdowns. His leading receiver was Jackson Piotz, who had a long of 57, had a total of 7 first-half receptions for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns. Brooks Grunfelder had 2 catches for 34 yards and a touchdown. Easton Baumgartner, 3 catches for 23 yards. Jacob Meitinger, 3 catches for 18 yards. Carson Piotz, 1 reception for 5 yards and a touchdown. 16 total receptions, 190 yards through the air for this Imperial offense. On the ground, it was Schneider himself leading the way with 12 rushes for 51 yards. Jackson Piotz had 5 carries for 30 yards. It's a 4.8 yards per carry for this Imperial offense as they gain 81 rushing yards on 17 attempts. 4 penalties, costing Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter 40 yards in the first half. They did not commit a turnover. For Alexander, the Comets get 112 yards of total offense in that first half, 69 rushing yards, 43 passing yards. Ethan Gillespie was 2 of 6 passing the football for 21 yards. Novak had a completion on his only attempt for 22 yards. That catch was made by Julian Gant. Jaden Champion and Caden Culbertson caught the passes from Ethan Gillespie for 12 yards for Champion and 9 yards for Culbertson. Rushing the football, Jacob Novak led the way with 5 carries for 28 yards. Corey Getzloff had 4 carries for 17 yards. Julian Gant, 3 carries for 17 yards. Ethan Gillespie, 2 rushes for 5 yards. And Rope Simonson with 1 carry for 2 yards as a team 69 rushing yards on 15 attempts, averaging 4.1 yards per carry. The weather is still beautiful. The Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter Imperials are very happy. The Alexander Comets not quite as happy on their side of the field. We still got a lot of football to go. One more half coming up for you on Game Day Media. When we come back, we'll take a look at the statewide scoreboard and more on your Nodak Insurance Company halftime report.
The Western Education Regional Cooperative is designed to promote collaboration among school districts. One of the main ways we help is to provide professional development in reading, math, classroom management, and data training throughout the 44,000 square miles our region is comprised of. From Golva to Granora, we are here to serve our schools. Let's go to work.
Based in Williston, North Dakota, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated is a veteran-owned and managed company. Busy Bees services include water hauling, hot oil services, capstring flushes, and much more. Busy Bees will approach any job, no matter how large or small, with 100% safety and commitment. We pride ourselves on giving back to the community that has given so much to us. Looking for the perfect career? Consider Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated. Find them at busybeeshotoilinc.com or give them a call at 701-572-9303 today.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Upland AC in Alexander is your local source for all your commercial air conditioning, heating, and refrigeration needs, as well as for all your residential heating and cooling concerns, and is a proud supporter of the Alexander Comets. Give us a call today at 701-828-3147.
Go Comets!
Tegan's Interiors, located on Main Street in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook or find them online at tegansinteriors.com. This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
At DA Land LLC, our vision is to provide for the community in which we live and operate, providing a full line of skid steer attachments, farm and ranch, equine equipment, and much more. Shop our store in Tioga, North Dakota, or visit us online at daland-llc.com.
Established in 1938, Ray Farmers Union Elevator is now your full-service grain and agronomy service facility in northwest North Dakota. Based in Ray, North Dakota, we can assist you with everything from buying the seed in the spring to burn down in the fall. Get more done in a day with Ray Farmers Union Elevator.
Welcome back to Alexander. Taking a look at some of the Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter fans who made the trip up north and west from southeastern North Dakota. Happy to have them here on the western edge of North Dakota. We welcome you back to your Nodak Insurance Company halftime report, brought to you by Eric Mogan and Brady Monroe. Let's take a look at some of the other scores from across the state. New Rockford Cheyenne Maddock, they're leaving no doubt in their matchup as they defeat Hatton Northwood 80-6. Hankinson, the 5 seed, gets a win over North Prairie 38-8. Linton HMB, the champions of this region through the regular season, defeat Lewis and Clark 58-8. South Border and North Border in the Battle of the Borders. It was won by the South this year by a final score of 43-26. Balmore Litchfield Marion, no trouble with 4 wins, 68-16. Grant County Flasher getting the win over Divide County up in Crosby, 48-13. One other game is still going, another 4 versus 3 matchup. That's Kidder County leading Mulhall-Lansford Sherwood 36-28. That one is getting late. Right here, it's 30-0 as another kickoff from Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter goes out of bounds, and that's been their one mistake that they've made a couple of times here tonight. Now the third time that a kickoff of theirs has gone out of bounds. Well, Ross, I really enjoyed your chat with head coach Jamison Fettig. You don't hear a coach so pleased very often, do you?
Oh, you could just see him beaming down there, Titus. He's an excited young man.
Out of bounds, kicking team number 55, 5 yards from where the ball went out of bounds. First down, Alexander.
He's just especially pleased with his defense for shutting out Alexander in that first half. You heard the confidence he had in his offense, but I think he was surprised by how well his defense has been playing today.
12 minutes on the clock as Novak with a good first play of the second half for Alexander, and I have no doubt that they are going to go in a hurry, trying to erase a 30-point deficit. And he plays like that as he picks up 8 on first down. Another quick snap. Novak has a first down and more over the right side as he takes it from midfield down to the Imperial 44-yard line, a gain of 6.
Yeah, I think Alexander's going to take it right to him, smash mouth style, and they need to in order to wear this Imperials defense down.
The handoff to Simonson as there is an Imperial slow in getting up after that short gain, a gain of a yard, and that was it as Michael Mock is slow in getting up for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. As the clock stops with 11:12 to go in this second, it should be third quarter. I think they still got 2 on the scoreboard, but it should be the third quarter here with the score 30-0 on your NCC scoreboard. Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter with the big lead. Alexander putting together the beginnings of a nice drive here after running off 2 plays from Novak. That handoff to Simonson has them trending in the right direction, but they need to finish a drive off. They have moved the football a little bit, but have not been able to get the ball in the end zone as of yet.
I think Mock just got the wind knocked out of him pretty hard. I'll expect he'll walk off and we'll see him again. You know, at half, I had an opportunity to visit with some of the Napoleon fans that made the trip over here, and they were talking about just how surprised they were the way the season has gone for their ball club. You know, young team the way they are. Nobody had a lot of great expectations, and they have excelled in every aspect of the game this afternoon.
It'll be a 2nd and 9 here as we get ready for play. Alexander already with 1 first down on the drive, trying to pick up a second one right here. It'll be Novak starting to the left, going back to the right, a flag. Now 2 flags are thrown. It was a gain of a yard pending the penalty. Check in with Drew Floggen.
Holding offense number 55, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay second down.
4th penalty of the night against Alexander, and they have all come at inopportune times. They gave up a first down on a 4th down conversion attempt. Also had a big pass interference penalty, and you know they've been a pretty good disciplined team as far as not picking up penalties at bad times throughout their undefeated season, but it's hurting them here today.
It certainly is, including the roughing the passer down here just before the end of the half.
Yeah, that converted a 4th down for the Imperials. Novak looking for some room over the right side, isn't going to find much, and now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, I think what really carries Napoleon is just their speed across the board. They don't really have any deficiencies out there on defense, and Alexander just has not been able to find an answer for it.
This will be the 5th play of the drive. They already have 1 first down, and now they're back in their own territory. They need the 34 of Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter for a first down. It's 3rd and 20. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Gillespie takes the snap, throws it left side, incomplete. A little bit of confusion on the routes being run there. Either Gant or Spell was supposed to come back for that football. Neither of them did. Grunfelder had the best chance to make that catch, and it fell before he was able to grab it. Incomplete pass, now 4th and 20.
Yeah, lucky it fell short because Grunfelder had a lot of real estate out in front of him. That would have been a pick 6 for sure.
Gillespie back into punting formation now for the Comets. He'll be punting into a little bit of wind as he lets it fly. That one's going to go backwards after it hits the turf at the 30, bounces back and rolls out of bounds near the 34. So a punt of 22 yards, and Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter gets a stop on the first Alexander possession of the second half.
Well, you can see the confidence Napoleon has in its offense. They're content not to put anybody back there to receive that punt, just to make sure that they defend a fake punt.
Timeout, Napoleon. That's their first timeout of the half.
Got a quick timeout here taken by the Imperials, brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. We'll be back after this. You're watching Game Day Media.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Welcome back to Alexander. Titus Enberg alongside Ross Sundin and David Peterson up here in the booth. We've got Curtis Long and Colton Lenzen running the cameras for us here today. A great crew down in Alexander as Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter comes back out onto the field. Their first offensive series of the second half. It'll be Schneider keeping it, breaking tackles, getting a first down, and racing across midfield. 45 to the 41, where he's ushered out of bounds after a pickup of 26 yards.
Boy, Bryce Schneider making something out of nothing. That looked like a broken play. Thought it might be for a loss. And he just made a beautiful gain. That was all Bryce Schneider.
And that was a big something out of nothing. I called it 26. We're going to give him 26 yards on that carry. They do spot it right at the 40-yard line of the Comets. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Schneider in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks left, passes left, incomplete.
That's a rare drop for Jackson Piatz. And it was a little low. Those are tough catches. He's looking ahead, looking to see where he's going to go with the ball, and got to secure it first.
Yeah, Piatz, 7 catches for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half. As that one fall through his fingers, will bring up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was uncharacteristic for him. He's had a big game today.
30-0. All Imperials right now on your NCC scoreboard. See if Alexander's defense can create a turnover, make something happen, and get the ball back to their offense or put some points up on the board themselves. They're ready for that play. Nice stop up the middle, led by senior Andrew Buford. And that's a loss of 3 on second down.
Yeah, Buford wrapped up a shifty Bryce Schneider. And that's something that Alexander's going to need to do a little bit more often here if they're going to have an opportunity to crawl back into this one.
3rd and 12 as Schneider gets the play call from head coach Jamison Fettig. Clock continues to run down to 6:18 left in this third quarter.
Yeah, I know it's early yet in the third, but, the clock is not Alexander's friend with this deficit.
Not at all. Charlie Klein almost gets a sack. Schneider stays on his feet, throws it to the near side. It is incomplete. Piatz was trying to make sure his feet were in bounds, and he was unable to bring the catch in. And now it's 4th and 13.
Boy, they really see the arm strength again of Bryce Schneider. He threw a nice ball. It was a little high, but right on the sideline where he wanted it to be. Not dangerous in any way, just couldn't make a pass catch.
The winner of this matchup will take on Hankinson. It looks like we are the only game still going as we had the later start west here with the 3 p.m. start.
Yeah, I think Region 4 has done exceedingly well today in the playoffs, haven't they?
Yes. Yeah, they play some good football down there in that part of the state, no doubt. And Region 3 unable to pick up a win as of yet. There's a sack by Charlie Klein. He got close last time, and he gets home that time, giving Alexander the football back.
Yeah, I think when Alexander goes back and looks at this game, they're going to wish that they'd gotten a lot more pressure on Bryce Schneider earlier. It was a nice play by Klein.
So Alexander with their best starting field position of the game. They take over at the Imperial 49-yard line with 4:40 left to go in the third quarter. Novak over the right side. Pretty decent start to the drive as he picks up 3 before getting tackled sideways. Bring up 2nd and 7 as Culbertson is slow in getting up for the Comets after that play.
I think that's going to be the key for the Comets from here on out. They need to get good gain on 1 and 2 so they can take some shots down the field at some point.
2nd and 7. We saw their passing game come to play in that Divide County win as Novak stays on his feet. He will fight for a first down.
Boy, he is strong, isn't he, Titus?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what Alexander needed. Move the chains, get a little life back into the game. They know what they need to do.
So Novak picks up the 7th first down of the game for Alexander.
With a 1st and 10 at the Napoleon 36.
1st and 10 at the Imperial 36. We got 3:30 remaining in the third quarter. Novak takes the snap. It'll be a toss to Gant. Carrying the ball in his left hand, gets spun across down to the 30-yard line. Clock keeps running, but Gant able to pick up 8 on that rush, bringing it up 2nd down and 2.
I'm not so sure I don't take a shot here now with 2nd and 2. It gives them a little bit of breathing room if they want to do that.
3 minutes left to go in the third. Novak will keep it on the ground, looking for another first down, and he will once again fight his way for it. He is not afraid of contact after missing some games due to that elbow injury. He picks up 5 there. The 8th first down of the game for Alexander.
He's tough to bring down.
Another 2nd down conversion. You like those even more than 3rd down conversions. Take some pressure off of your decision makers on offense. Always nice to keep the chains moving. Handoff, I believe, was to Getzlaff. Short gain over the left side. Gain of 3.
Well, I certainly don't want to jinx anybody here, but it looks like Napoleon softened up a little bit on defense. They were really aggressive and appeared to play a little harder in that first half.
Alexander is back in the red zone, brought to you by Souris Valley Dental Group in Minot. Colin Spell wide to the right side. Novak fakes the handoff, throws it to that right side. It is incomplete. A diving attempt by Jaden Champion, and he could not bring it in.
You know, it looked like he had it. He just couldn't maintain possession to the ground.
Let's take a look at the RTC Network's instant replay. Nice pass from Gillespie.
Yeah, Novak just floated it right in there. And then you see Champion, he's got it, but when he hits the ground, it bounces free.
So that brings up 3rd down now. Clock continuing to run. Important for Alexander to get in the end zone as they could once again get the clock to stop. We go back to normal timing rules if they can get the deficit under 30. Novak running and depend on the spot. I don't think he got the first down. Yeah, he did.
Goes for 7 yards.
Yes.
And picks up enough
He
for
got 7. So
another Comet
first down, Alexander. He didn't get it inside the 10, so it will be first and 10. Novak once again fighting, moving
that
the
pile.
pile.
That pile just kept moving south.
Down to 35 seconds to go.
Yeah, they'd like to punch one in quick here. Maybe start out the fourth quarter with something on the board.
For sure. Adventurous 5-yard carry by Novak. 2nd and 5 from the 6. 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Novak takes the snap. Throws over the middle. And it is caught. Touchdown, Cullen Spill.
What a great catch. Caden Culbertson has been a busy man today for the Comets, and he comes up with a big play here.
Look at this RTC Network's instant replay.
Novak drops back. It looked like Jackson Piat's got his hands on the ball, and Caden Culbertson came away with it for a touchdown.
Such an important play for Alexander. They get on the board with that 6-yard touchdown reception by Caden Culbertson, his second catch of the game. Gillespie will go for 2. He hurdles his way into the end zone for a very important 2-point conversion. Comets not done yet. They're down 30-8 as we get one more look at that touchdown pass from Novak to Culbertson. We'll be back with a kickoff after this on Game Day Media.
Kyle Hansen is proud to be a Thrivent financial professional, providing personalized financial guidance to people of all stages of life. Thrivent believes humanity thrives when individuals make the most of what they've been given, and Kyle is here to help you do just that. Larson Boston Agency, your Farmers Union insurance agents located at 106 Main Street North in Crosby, North Dakota, offer multiple lines of insurance, including crop, farm and ranch, home, auto, commercial, and health insurance. Give Chell or Robbie a call today at 701-965-6335.
Yeah. 11.3 seconds left. Comets find themselves within 22. They still have over a quarter to play. This one not over yet, Ross.
Certainly not, and that is an offensive series that these Comet fans are accustomed to, and I'm glad to see the Comets get on the board 30-8.
And I wonder if it's too early to start thinking about onside kicks.
Well, no.
Will be an onside kick. Good job by Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. They were prepared for that one as Andre Dahl is able to recover that one. We saw an interesting onside kick attempt last night that worked well for Watford City. Alexander not quite so lucky on that play.
No, the last night's onside kick was impressive. I hadn't seen anything quite like that in a long time. Alexander knows that they're not just playing against the Imperials right now. They're playing against the clock. And I don't know if there's going to be enough left in this one, but they got big heart, and we'll find out in short order.
Now, if you're Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter, I wonder if you change your play calling at all with the amount of plays that they have put in the air, and now the clock rules back to standard timing. Incomplete pass will stop the clock. I wonder if they're going to plan to keep it on the ground for the rest of at least this possession. Schneider is tackled by Getzlaff, and unfortunately, Corey may have gotten the worst of that collision. And we will step aside as we have reached the end of the third quarter. NCC scoreboard after 3 quarters of play. It's Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter 30, Alexander 8. We'll be back for the fourth quarter after this timeout.
Looking to save on fuel and fuel up fast? Patriot Fuels of Alexander, North Dakota is your partner in profit. We're proud to support the trucking industry with high-speed fueling systems, top-quality products, and vendor relationships that put your success first. Join the Patriot Fuels Fleet Card program and unlock exclusive discounts, or simply pay at the pump. Either way, you're fueling with integrity and efficiency. Patriot Fuels, driven to deliver more. located in Alexander, North Dakota.
This Game Day media broadcast is brought to you in part by
At DA Land LLC, our vision is to provide for the community in which we live and operate, providing a full line of skid steer attachments, farm and ranch, equine equipment, and much more. Shop our store in Tioga, North Dakota, or visit us online at daland-llc.com.
Established in 1938, Ray Farmers Union Elevator is now your full-service grain and agronomy service facility in northwest North Dakota. Based in Ray, North Dakota, we can assist you with everything from buying the seed in the spring to burn down in the fall. Get more done in a day with Ray Farmers Union Elevator.
Welcome back to Alexander. We have reached the fourth quarter. It's the final quarter of football for the year for one of these teams, as we have reached the point in the season where it's win or go home. Playoff football, it's an exciting time. It's a heartbreaking time for half of the teams across the state. Every time that we play playoff football, it's still have 0-0 up on the clock there, so we'll get that reset. Alexander trailed 30-0 at halftime. They didn't give up any points to Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter in that third quarter, able to put up 8 of their own. We'll see if they can continue down this comeback trail. There's the false start against Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. That'll be their 6th penalty. That's cost them 50
false start,
yards.
Offense number 17. That's a 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
And 16.
Now 2nd and 16 for NGS.
Yeah, an uncharacteristic false start penalty. You can't help but wonder maybe a little bit if Napoleon Imperials are starting to relax a little bit mentally here, being up 30-8 with 12 minutes left in the fourth.
2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Schneider, a straight drop, throws it over the middle. It's caught, gets all the penalty yardage back, plus maybe 1 for Carson Piatz. Gain of 6 as they spot it at the 48-yard line, brings up a 3rd and 10. Taking a look at the RTC Network's instant replay as we get ready for a 3rd and just over 10. Oh, 3rd and 11. 2 receivers to each side. Schneider rushed, and he will get sacked. Colt Champion brings him down back at the 40-yard line. Huge play on 3rd down.
That was a monster play for Alexander.
Now Schneider has gone backwards on his last 4 attempts as we watch the RTC Network's instant replay. Look at Champion bring him down right there back at the 40.
That makes you wonder if Napoleon isn't maybe just a little step slower the second half than the first.
So the momentum has shifted sidelines. It's in Alexander's favor right now. Nice punt that Gant will run up on and take it to the 34. He breaks a tackle to the 40. Fumble, but Culbertson was back there to recover the fumble and avoid the disaster for the Comets.
Boy, Caden Culbertson in the right place at the right time again for Alexander. I think he's just having a whale of a game today.
Let's take another live read sponsor, the McKenzie County Heritage Park and North Dakota Oil Museum on the west side of Watford City there, where pioneering spirit runs strong, open year-round, Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Alexander back on the field with 10:38 left to go in the fourth quarter, taking over this drive at their own 43-yard line. Novak goes to the left, spin move, gets across the 45, and then brought to the turf by 3 or 4 different Imperials.
Yeah, I got to tip my hat to Coach Fedek right now. He just put number 23, Weston Baumgartner, in the game. He's just an 8th grader, and he's in on that first tackle.
The young Imperials keep getting younger, it seems like here. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with here in the years to come down there in Region 4. Novak stays with it on the ground, falls forward as he crosses midfield. 2 positive carries, and slowly but surely, Alexander is pecking away, getting some yardage. They finally got into the end zone, and now they're back into enemy territory, now at the 48-yard line of Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter.
Yeah, I do really like Napoleon's approach here. They're a young team, but everybody's getting in. They're getting some rotations.
3rd and 1. It's a quarterback sneak. Novak stays on his feet.
Still
no whistles yet. Look at that. Inside the 40.
Holy
That's a
smokes.
9-yard carry. Emphasis on the word carry, as he not only carried the football, but he carried some defenders with him.
Yeah, look at Jacob Novak here. He just keeps his big legs pumping, and it takes a whole bunch of Imperials to bring him down.
That is a 3rd down conversion. All the way down to the 40-yard line. And they will approach the line of scrimmage here with 5 men on the line, 1 receiver wide to the left. Novak takes the snap. Passes left side, caught by Champion. 2 Imperials, now 3 and 4 of them converge on the stop of Jaden Champion at the 35-yard line, a gain of 5. That is Champion's 2nd catch of the game.
Yeah, no quitting Colt Champion there either. You saw him pumping his legs. I mean, Alexander is not going away.
No, they're playing for their season. They want to keep this season going. Undefeated run through Region 3. Felt like their most impressive win was that road win at Mohall when they beat Mohall Lansford Sherwood despite being shorthanded that night. And then, of course, here at home, right on Game Day Media, we got to see them beat Divide County with a nice win. First carry of the game for Carson Getzloff, and he picks up a 1st down as Alexander keeps on driving. 10th first down of the game.
Real nice run by Carson Getzloff. You know, I have to say, Region 4, the balance that they bring to this year's playoffs is just incredible to me. I mean, they're dominating across the state today.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Some early movement up front. And there does come the flag. That'll be a free 5 for Alexander.
Encroachment, defense number 68, 5-yard penalty. It's still 1st down.
7 penalties now. That's cost Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter 55 yards. Down to 7:40 left to go, but Alexander is making this one interesting late. 1 receiver to the left. As Novak spins back to his left, throws to his left. It is
beautiful catch.
Caught, but out of bounds.
Oh, my. Yeah, that was a beautiful throw and a beautiful catch, but he just pushed him out.
Gant gave it everything he had, but he was not in bounds to bring that one in for a touchdown. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Alexander Comets.
Yeah, I think Gant will feel that one tomorrow. He kind of free fell on his lower back there, but what an amazing catch.
Really good effort, but right now Alexander needs every break to go their way, and they need to make some really good plays down the stretch of this one as they find themselves down by 22 on your NCC scoreboard. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. That's Culbertson wide to the left side. A little bit of confusion on Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter's defense. The pass over the middle. It's caught.
Oh!
Touchdown, Alexander Comets.
What a great catch. There you really see the reach. Really see the reach of Julian Gant.
Julian Gant brings that one in, a 25-yard touchdown. And Alexander coming back. Unfortunately, we have an injured Alexander Comet on the back end of that play.
Well, that's Novak with some cramping. You know, he sat out for a while because of that elbow injury, and I'm sure that didn't do him any favors. But what a beautiful throw. I mean,
yeah,
the presence of mind to find Gant down there and then to make that throw. He had 1 or 2 Imperials hanging off of him when he made it.
Clock is stopped with 7:21 left as they tend to the Alexander Comet player down. Looks like, what is it, another cramp issue? We've had some injury issues crop up here in this second half.
Well, the way they're working on him, it looks to me like it's just a cramp issue, and I hope that's the case for Jacob Novak. He's had a long season with injury, and so you hate to see a senior get hurt in his last game like that if that's something more serious.
I want to thank another one of our live read sponsors, the Divide County Quarterback Club. They are up there in Crosby doing some great things, supporting Maroon athletes and activities. Scoreboard right now shows Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter 30, Alexander 14. And we're going to step aside here as we will come back and have the 2-point conversion for Alexander in 30 seconds.
NCC Video is everything you love about cable TV in a portable package. Watch shows live or record them wherever you are, whether you're at home or on the go, even out of state. No more fighting over what's on TV, because everyone can watch what they want, when they want, on their own devices, all for the same price or less than you're paying today. We'll even get you set up at home and show you how to use it. NCC Video. Take your TV with you.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, located at 106 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit tiogadrug.com.
UAPC Architects Engineers is shaping the future of K-12 schools, healthcare, civic spaces, and higher education across North Dakota. Proud to support our athletes and proud to serve our communities. EAPC, designing solutions, impacting communities.
Farmers Union Oil of Kenmare has it all. The Cenex C-Store Plus Automotive Service and quality Napa parts. They deliver bulk fuel and propane. Now is the time to contract your rate and save on fall and winter propane. Find complete agronomy services with chemical, seed, and dry fertilizer, along with custom application services available from their fleet. And our Green Ag location in Mohall handles Borgo implements. That's Farmers Union Oil of Kenmare.
Going up the middle, and he did not break the plane of the end zone, so the Imperial defense stands strong on that 2-point conversion attempt, and the score remains 30-14. Still a lot of football left to go, Ross. 7 minutes and 21 seconds. Anything can happen with this much time still on the clock.
Absolutely. I would love to see that PAT for Alexander. But, you know, again, salty Imperial defense. They're just top-notch, and they're tough.
I'm really surprised. We have not seen a turnover yet today. That was something that was surprising yesterday in that Watford City versus Devils Lake game. We didn't have a turnover. We're working on almost 2 full games without a turnover.
Yeah, a real rarity, honestly.
It is. Yeah, at every level of football.
You know, it's fun to watch a clean game like that. I just go right back to basic fundamentals. Napoleon is fast across the board. They're well conditioned. They're strong up front, and they haven't made a lot of mental errors.
I heard Coach Fettig say that was their best half of football in the first half of this game. Now, they have not played quite as well in the second half, trying to preserve this lead, but they have put themselves in a really good position, leading at 30-14 as Alexander will try another short kick. This one is fumbled, but I think Carson Piatz was able to secure it after not being able to make the catch cleanly initially. He gets back on it there. And that's a big play to get the offense for the Imperials back on the field.
Yeah, Alexander's going to have to come out with some aggressive play here now and try and make something happen, get the ball back. Again, clock not their friend, 7:21 left.
Starting at the Imperials' own 43-yard line, exactly where Alexander started their last drive. Alexander took it 57 yards and 7 plays to get back to within 2 scores after the touchdown pass, but not converting on the 2-point conversion. Schneider is able to get away from Colt Champion. Blows by Gillespie. He's got a first down and more into Alexander territory. Staying on his feet at the 35, the 30, the 25, and then goes down himself outside of the red zone. Maybe trying to preserve some clock there, preserve the possession, let some clock run off at the end of that play.
Yeah, it was a real smart play. There's no need to get hurt at that point, and you go down in the middle of the field to keep the clock turning. Again, just another good reflection on Bryce Schneider, student of the game.
33-yard run. That ends a streak of 4 consecutive negative plays in the ground game from Schneider and gets him up near 100 yards. 18 rushes for 94 yards. I believe he was 108 yards shy of 1,000 yards for the season. And he is getting really close to eclipsing that number. Maybe could have done it on that play, but smart play as now flags fly.
You could really see how shifty of a runner Bryce Schneider is. Just tough to bring down in the open field,
False
too.
start, offense number 20, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
5-yard penalty there. Another pre-snap penalty against Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. And that was a big play, but you still almost get the sense that Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter is just trying to hold on. You don't really see them playing with the sense of urgency that they seem to be playing in the first half. And they kind of have the luxury with where the clock is at. They can play a little more conservative, but guessing if you're an Imperial fan, you probably want to see them leave their foot on the gas and try to get another score or two here to put this one out of reach. Schneider.
Yeah, it's easy to get complacent when you go into half at 30-0. Alexander, I'm afraid, just getting a little too much too late, I guess you'd say.
Charlie Klein with the tackle on Schneider. Gain of a yard there gets Schneider up to 95 yards rushing. And bring up 2nd down and 14. The most important number right now is that clock that continues to dwindle down towards triple zeros. 2nd and 14 upcoming. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Schneider taking his time, letting the clock run down. Now he takes the snap, looks to his left. Has a long time to work with in the pocket. Throws it to Carson Piatz, who makes the catch down near the 20-yard line. And looks like we are going to have a timeout taken by Alexander. This timeout brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. They're a full-service,
Alexander.
family-owned,
That's their first time out of the half.
Independent community bank built on the bond between our employees and customers. We'll be back for more from Alexander after this.
Growing family? The City of Ray has shovel-ready lots available, 12,000 to 20,000 square feet. The lots are free of any special assessments. Right on Highway 2, we offer convenient travel and connections, as well as access to our amazing education system. Your family's future is important to us. Let us help you with that first big step. Contact Rhonda at 701-568-2204 or stop by City Hall at 101 Main Street in Ray. Think of Ray when planning your future. Invest in a community that invests in you.
Welcome back to Game Day Media's coverage of 9-man playoff football action. Thanks for joining us on YouTube. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel there on YouTube. Also, look us up on Facebook. Player of the game, player of the week, schedules, and more on the Facebook page there, Game Day Media. 3rd and 7, as Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter has the football just outside of the Alexander 20-yard line. Schneider takes the snap, looks to his right, now looks to his left, passes left, it's caught. And the receiver not able to go anywhere after the hit by Rope Simonson. Catch was made by Easton Baumgartner, but not enough for a first down.
Yeah, there you see Bryce Schneider working through his progressions. He finds Baumgartner, but he catches it with the knee down. So
19 completions now for Schneider. He's up to 207 passing yards.
Yeah, he's played a solid game all the way around today.
4th down and 3 for the Imperials. Comet fans try to make some noise. Schneider takes the snap, rolls to his right. I think he's gonna pass for it, and it is caught. Touchdown, Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. Carson Piatz with a 17-yard reception on 4th down. And that one is a backbreaker for the Comets.
Yeah, when you give Bryce Schneider that much time, he's going to find the open man. There he finds Carson Piatz again.
I thought he might tuck it and run for the first down and maybe preserve some more yardage, let the clock run down some more, but they do go for it all, and they get it on that play. And now they will leave their offense on the field as they look to go for 2 and add on to an already impressive 22-point lead. Pass over the middle, picked off, intercepted by Julian Gant. That'll keep the score at 36-14. 4:18 left to go at regulation. 22-point lead for the Imperials. We'll be back with the kickoff after this quick timeout.
Looking for a powerful new truck?
Fourth quarter.
Looking for a powerful new truck at an unbeatable price? Then check out Red Rock Chevrolet GMC in Williston. Right now, get behind the wheel of a 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab for just $499 a month. $499 a month. Or take home a GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab and save a massive $13,000 off MSRP. These trucks are loaded with performance, comfort, and cutting-edge tech, all at rock-bottom prices. Make your way over for a test drive today. Red Rock Chevrolet GMC in Williston.
Welcome back to Alexander after that 17-yard touchdown connection from Schneider to Carson Piatz. And it's now 36-14 NGS as the clock continues to run out on the season for Alexander.
That's a big interception by, Julian Gant on that PAT.
Alexander has scored some points in a hurry this year. They need their best flurry of points in a hurry right now, trying to preserve their season. That one will go out of bounds. That's been a struggle tonight for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. I believe that's their 4th kick out of bounds.
Yeah, I'd say if Napoleon had any one Achilles, it'd be special teams in their kickoff department.
Illegal free kick out of bounds. Kicking team number 88. 5-yard penalty. Will re-kick.
So they're going to re-kick. Interesting decision here as they will send Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter back to kick off a second time. Most of the time they've just been taking the football. But here with no time running off on that clock, I kind of like the strategy here. Make Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter prove that they can land one inbounds. And if not, keep moving them back 5 yards and making them try again. So the ball spotted at the 35. So it straightens out enough, and Alexander a little bit of trouble picking it up. Initially, Spell does. Ball comes out at the end. I believe he was down. And Alexander will take over. 4:11 left to go in the fourth quarter. Alexander starting this drive at their own 36. One receiver left, one receiver to the right. Gillespie back in at quarterback, looking for Gant. Knocked away, incomplete. Good defense on the back end there from the Imperials.
Excellent defense. With the length of Gant, I thought maybe he'd have an opportunity for it, but the Napoleon defender couldn't have played that any better.
Bradley Holtman back there playing good defense for the Imperials. Gillespie over the middle, caught by Colt Champion. Hit immediately after a short gain. Good tackle in the open field by Brooks Grunfelder.
Boy, Grunfelder just stuck his nose right in there. It's a nice tackle.
Pass over the near side, just a little bit too far, intended for Jaden Champion.
Just missed the reach of Jaden Champion.
4th and 3. The Comets need the 46-yard line to keep this drive going. Gillespie will keep it on the ground, and he falls forward, but I don't think he got it.
He looks short from here, Titus.
Take a look at the RTC Network's instant replay. He picks up 2. Oh.
I think
he did pick up the first down.
I think Jameson Fedek was looking for his red flag there, but
yeah,
we don't have that.
Gillespie pass caught.
Oh boy!
Look at this.
What a
15-10-5 touchdown, 54 yards.
What a great strike!
Wow! And there is a shift in momentum. With 3:30 still to go.
Beautiful throw and catch to the outstretched hands of Gant.
That was Gillespie who threw that one, correct?
Yes, it was.
Making sure there. We've seen both quarterbacks put the ball in the air so far tonight.
Boy, they made it look easy, too.
And it's back to a 2-possession game. 3.5 minutes to play as Gillespie. Fade route. That is caught by Gant, and it's back to a 14-point game. Alexander not going quietly into the night. 36-22 on your NCC scoreboard. NGS with the lead. Alexander will kick off right after this.
Farmers Union Oil Company of Watford City has been serving the customers in and around the surrounding community since 1929. Farmers Union Oil believes in community involvement and has supported numerous activities since the beginning. We take pride in giving back to our patrons through dividends and stock retirements. Our customer service should be our top focus to ensure a pleasurable experience for you, our customer. Whether you're looking for gas, fuel, hardware, or just needing to fuel the body, Farmers Union Oil is your one-stop shop.
So Gillespie to Gant, keeping the Comets' hopes alive.
Yeah, you know, you just look at the reach of Julian Gant, beautiful touchdown, and then, of course, he just goes up over the top of the defender to bring in the PAT, and all of a sudden we got a 36-22 ball game.
You know, if you're an Alexander fan, you really got to be wondering what if that first half would have turned out differently. These two teams really evenly matched. It's just that, that kick isn't going to go far enough. And he did get a piece of it, but that one went backwards.
I have shades of It's a Great Pumpkin and Charlie Brown. You know, that happens. Of course, they got strategy here. He's not trying to kick a deep ball. He's just trying to squib it out there and make something happen. And that's a difficult kick.
I saw one kick attempt in my announcing career where a player tried to kick the football, completely missed on an onside kick attempt. That time they got to redo it because it was just a false start or offsides as all the kickoff return men ran past the football. They backed him up 5 yards and tried it again. Here, in this case, the football was kicked, and so they do not get a chance to redo it as Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter keeps the football on the ground. That'll be a 5-yard pickup for Bryce Schneider. And now the clock really becoming an issue.
You know, it is an issue, and you got to wonder, too, just a little bit now how Napoleon is going to go into these last 3 minutes. There's improbable that Alexander's going to be able to tie this game before the fourth quarter's out, and you certainly don't want to get anybody hurt at this stage of the game.
2nd and 5. That carry giving Bryce Schneider exactly 100 yards, according to my unofficial stats. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Napoleon letting the clock run down. Schneider takes the snap, rolls to his right, will pitch it to Piatz. He's got the corner, he's got the first down, and wisely stays in bounds and slides down after a gain of 6.
As a smart play by Piatz, stays in bounds, keeps the clock running, avoids injury. This is just a really well-coached Napoleon Imperial team.
Yep, you hit the nail on the head there. A young team, a young coach, but boy, they are smart and disciplined, and they just have a really high football IQ.
For sure they do, Titus, absolutely.
1st and 10 at the Alexander 29-yard line. Near 2 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Alexander's made this one interesting, but they still find themselves in a hole not quite as deep as it was to start the third quarter. Now a kneel down. Might have been a little bit early.
Yeah, I like this. Take the kneel down. Nobody needs to get hurt. Aggressive Alexander can play, and, accidents happen. So
now we'll see a timeout taken by Alexander.
Timeout, Alexander. That's their second timeout of the second half.
This timeout is brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. We'll step aside. We'll be back with second down for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter after this.
Since Nodak Insurance Company started, we've gone from paying by mail to paying online. Your proof of insurance is found in an app, and as farming technologies advance, our coverage protects. The way we live and work has changed, but our service and commitment remain. We're evolving to meet your insurance needs, with answers where and when you need them most. Nodak Insurance Company. Stop by our office in Watford City and visit with Eric Mogan and Brady Monroe to see how we can help.
Second and 11 for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. They can stop the clock, and Alexander one more time, as now the Imperials go back into more of a standard shotgun formation. A pass to the left side. It is caught in space by Easton Baumgartner. Keeps the clock running. Interesting play call there on second down. But the completion allows the clock to keep running as Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter picks up another 8 yards. Baumgartner's 5th catch of the ball game. He now has 35 yards receiving. Third and a long 3 upcoming now as we near 1 minute remaining in this fourth quarter. Alexander with 1 timeout left. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Schneider will keep it up the middle. A good hit right near the line of scrimmage by Corey Getzlaff, and they will stop the clock one more time with another First International Bank and Trust.
Alexander, that's their third and final timeout of the half.
That is their last timeout. Brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. Schneider now with a total of 99 rushing yards. I've got him at 22 attempts for those 99 yards. A 4th down upcoming. And Alexander has now used up all of their timeouts, so they cannot stop the clock. But a stop on 4th down would get them the football back. While we have a second, let's take a look at the single A bracket. As all those games have gone final, looks like it was straight chalk, no upsets. In single A, Langdon Area Munich, Hillsborough Central Valley will take on each other in one quarterfinal. And you can see the rest of the matchups there, including Killdeer against Dickinson Trinity. That one should be an outstanding matchup there in Killdeer. Those two played a very memorable game that took a couple of days to complete earlier this season. 4th down, Schneider trying to make something happen. He's going to be wrapped up. He pitches it backwards. A dangerous play, but it is picked up by one of his linemen. And that will be the end of the play. Andre Dahl picked that one up. But the Comets get the stop.
Turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs.
Starting at the road, 32-yard line.
Alexander takes over with 36.5 seconds left. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And now Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter
timeout of the second half
will take a timeout. So Alexander takes over at their own 32. And just doing some math right now with no timeouts. They almost have to score in a play or two and then have a successful onside kick and try to do it all over again. They cannot stop the clock unless they get out of bounds or spike the football. And down to 36 seconds left to go. They need to get 2 touchdowns to have a chance to tie it up. They would also need at least 1 successful 2-point conversion as they find themselves down by 14. A reminder, this was a 30-0 lead for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter at halftime. So give Alexander credit for making this one close and interesting late. We'll see if they have a couple of miracles left in their back pocket. Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter backing everybody up in their defensive backfield as Novak spreads wide as a wide receiver in the slot on the right side. Let's check the flag with our referee, Drew Floggett.
Illegal substitution on the defense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
10th penalty of the game against Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. They played a pretty clean game, but those penalties have started to pile up, especially in the second half. It moves the football 5 yards closer for Alexander, now up to the 37. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Gillespie at quarterback, Novak in as a slot receiver. Gillespie fires over the middle, intended for Novak, behind him, and incomplete. Stops the clock, but 5 seconds came off the clock there. We're down to 31.1 seconds left, and still a 14-point deficit for the Comets on the NCC scoreboard. Gant wide to the right, Novak in the slot. Champion wide receiver to the left. Ropes Simonson in the backfield with Ethan Gillespie, who takes the snap from Strami, steps up, throws right side, has Gant. He makes the catch at midfield. Cannot break free from a sure-handed tackle by Easton Baumgartner. Pickup of 14. And now they wind the clock as soon as the chains are ready. Gillespie to pass. Throws it deep down the near sideline, intended for Gant. 3 yards too far in front of him. It falls incomplete and stops the clock with 13.5 seconds to go. Alexander with 11 first downs. They're up to 305 yards of total offense. They're behind by 14. As Alexander will huddle up. They have time for maybe 2 more plays. They would like to get in the end zone on this play to then have a chance for a 2-point conversion and then an onside kick. If they don't score here, it's going to be extremely difficult to have enough time to work with. Gillespie throws to the left side, caught by Novak. Well, they may have had a hook and ladder idea set up there, but Novak will be brought down after a gain of 7. And that will be the ball game. The Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter Imperials, with the long bus ride, come up to Alexander and pull off the upset by a final score of 36-22. Congratulations to NGS as they extend their season with their 8th win of the season. Teams shake hands at midfield. Disappointment for Alexander and their home fans who had such a memorable regular season, going 9-0, picking up some great wins along the way, especially the wins over Mulhall, Lansford, Sherwood, and Divide County. But unfortunately for the Comets and their fans, this playoff run ends after one game, the 36-22 win for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. So the Imperials head to the north end zone to celebrate. The Comets will go to the south end zone and try to put into words an entire season's worth that they see has ended now prematurely, as they were hoping for, as they were trying to get another home game and then maybe some more road games after that, but it wasn't meant to be here for the 2025 season. Great season for both of these teams at Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. Their season will continue, but Alexander's ends here today with a 36-22 loss, ending their season record with 9 wins and 1 loss. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have your Johnson & Sunday Law Office post-game show from Alexander. We're back after this.
Farmers Union Oil of Kenmare has it all. The Cenex C-Store Plus Automotive Service and quality Napa parts. And they deliver bulk fuel and propane. Now is the time to contract your rate and save on fall and winter propane. Find complete agronomy services with chemical, seed, and dry fertilizer, along with custom application services available from their fleet. And our Green Ag location in Mohall handles Forgo implements. That's Farmers Union Oil of Kenmare.
Looking for a powerful new truck at an unbeatable price? Then check out Red Rock Chevrolet GMC in Williston. Right now, get behind the wheel of a 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab for just $499 a month. $499 a month. Or take home a GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab and save a massive $13,000 off MSRP. These trucks are loaded with performance, comfort, and cutting-edge tech, all at rock-bottom prices. Make your way over for a test drive today. Red Rock Chevrolet GMC in Williston.
Looking to save on fuel and fuel up fast? Patriot Fuels of Alexander, North Dakota is your partner in profit. We're proud to support the trucking industry with high-speed fueling systems, top-quality products, and vendor relationships that put your success first. Join the Patriot Fuels Fleet Card program and unlock exclusive discounts, or simply pay at the pump. Either way, you're fueling with integrity and efficiency. Patriot Fuels, driven to deliver more, located in Alexander, North Dakota.
Welcome back to Alexander. We've got Ross Sundin down on the field ready to go for some Lindsay Grocery Coaches comments. Lindsay Grocery, where community meets quality every day. Find them on Facebook for daily and weekly deals. Your favorite grocery store. Ross, whenever you're ready, take it away with head coach Jamison Fettig of the victorious Imperials.
Thanks, Titus. I'm down on the field with Jamison Fettig, head coach for the Napoleon Imperials. Coach Fettig, we talked earlier at half, and we talked about what the second half was going to bring. How do you feel right now?
I feel great. We did get a little sloppy in the second half, mental mistakes, but we knew they were coming out. I mean, they weren't going to lay over and end the game on a loss on their home field. We knew they were coming out shooting, and they did, and we had a hard time stopping them with a few guys that went down with some injuries, but we're looking to get ready for next week.
I have to say, your offense, of course, played very well today, but your defense really stood tall when you needed them.
Yeah, all game long. I mean, to go out on the road, someone else's field, and have a shutout in the first half, I mean, that's what you dream about as a head coach. I mean, the guys show up and just dominate from the get-go.
This would make the bus ride a little faster on the way home?
Yeah, it will. Yeah.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Titus, I'm also here with the player of the game, Bryce Schneider, Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. Bryce, congratulations on your win.
Yeah, it feels great. I feel like we're very well prepared for this, and it just went our way.
Tell me a little bit about it. You had a big offensive night. You've had a big offensive season, actually. Where do you get your strength from? Is it on the front line?
I just feel like we just always are prepared, and that we're very well coached, and we've been doing it all year, and we didn't make many mistakes on offense, so it went well.
It looks like you have a special relationship with Coach Fettig. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I would say so. He coached me my 8th grade year, too, so it feels good.
Does he bring a lot of energy to the team?
Yeah, he does.
Well, congratulations, Bryce. I want to get a picture of you. Titus, Player of the Game, Brad Johnson Insurance, Bryce Schneider.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Ross. Great work down there on the sidelines and on the field. You did a lot of work. There was a lot of interviews between pregame, halftime show, and the postgame show. Great job by Ross Sundin getting his steps in here at Alexander's football field, doing a great job with all of those comments. Let's take a look at the scoring summary from this one. In the second half, it was 30-0 after halftime. In the third quarter, Alexander would score first after an 8-play, 49-yard drive. Took 4 minutes and 29 seconds off the clock. 6-yard touchdown pass from Jacob Novak to Caden Culbertson. He also converted the 2-point conversion to make it 30-8 with 11 seconds left in the third. And that was our score after 3 quarters of play. In the fourth quarter, Alexander went 7 plays, 57 yards, taking 3:17 off the clock. A 25-yard touchdown pass from Novak to Gant. 2-point conversion attempt failed on that one to make it 30-14 with 7:21 left. And the teams would trade touchdowns as Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter had a 7-play, 57-yard drive that took 3 minutes and 3 seconds off the clock, scoring on a 17-yard touchdown pass from Schneider to Carson Piatz. 2-point conversion attempt failed. It was 36-14 Imperials with 4:18 left. Alexander got the last score of the game with a 5-play, 64-yard drive that took just 41 seconds off the clock on a 57-yard touchdown pass from Gillespie to Gant. 2-point conversion attempt was good. Made it 36-22 with 3:30 left, but that ended up being just too little, too late here today for the Comets as they fall by 14 in the first round of the 9-man playoffs. Let's look at the stats from this one for the victorious Imperials from Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. 367 total yards, 135 rushing yards, 232 passing yards. That all came from Bryce Schneider, who went 21 for 31 through the air for those 232 yards and 5 passing touchdowns. Jackson Piatz, the leading receiver, he did all of his work in the first half receiving the football as he had 7 catches for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns. Carson Piatz had 4 catches for 35 yards and 2 touchdowns. Easton Baumgartner, 5 catches for 35 yards. Brooks Grunfelder, 2 catches for 34 yards and a touchdown. Jacob Meidinger, 3 receptions for 18 yards. The team 21 receptions for 232 passing yards. That was 11 yards per reception for this impressive Imperial offense. On the ground, Bryce Schneider led the way there too with 22 carries for 99 yards. By my unofficial stats, he fell just 9 yards short of what would have been 1,000 for the season. With his effort here today, he puts himself into a really good spot to eclipse that 1,000-yard mark next week, as they will have another game. That'll take place once again on the road. They're going to head the opposite end of the state, I believe, as they'll take on Hankinson for their second round matchup. Jackson Piatz also doing some rushing for the Imperials today with 6 carries for 36 yards, 28 carries, 135 yards on the ground for this offense of the Imperials that was really balanced. 232 yards passing on 31 passing attempts, 135 yards rushing on 28 rushing attempts. We heard Coach Fettig saying they got a little bit sloppy in that second half. That ended up being a total of 10 penalties for 70 yards. So that's one thing that they will try to clean up heading into next week. But really, all things considered, a very well-played game by a well-coached and disciplined Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter team as they get the 14-point victory on the road. For the Alexander Comets, they threw the football a total of 21 times between their 2 quarterbacks. It looks like Ethan Gillespie threw it 14 times, and he completed 6 of those 14 attempts for 103 yards. Jacob Novak was 4 of 6 for his 58 yards and 1 touchdown. Gillespie had 2 touchdowns. Julian Gant on the receiving end of 2 touchdowns as he covered 115 yards on his 4 receptions, averaging just under 30 yards per catch. Another impressive game for Mr. Julian Gant. Julian is one of the juniors on this team. He'll be back next year, and this loss will probably put a sour taste in his mouth that he will try to overcome and get a little bit further for his Comets next year. Jaden Champion finishes the ball game with 2 catches for 17 yards. Caden Culbertson, 2 catches for 15 yards and 1 touchdown. And it was both Cole Champion and Jacob Novak with 1 reception for 7 yards. Jacob Novak, give him credit, he was in the stat column in the passing category, the receiving category, and then he led the Comets in the rushing category as he ran the football 16 times for 89 yards, averaging 5.6 yards per carry in his first game back after a pretty severe elbow injury limited his action during the season. He left it all out there on the field, no doubt about that, as he totaled up 89 rushing yards. Then it was Julian Gant with 4 carries for 25 yards. Corey Getzlaff, 5 carries for 20 yards. Ethan Gillespie, 3 carries for 8 yards. Carson Getzlaff, 1 carry for 6 yards. And Rope Simonson, 2 carries for 3 yards for Alexander's rushing total of 151 rushing yards. Penalties, only 4 of them for Alexander, but they came at really inopportune times. It cost them 55 yards. And it, along with the field position, it cost them some momentum, and in one case gave Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter a free first down that they ended up turning into a touchdown towards the end of that first half, and that played a role in the game here tonight. Once again, the scoring by quarter, it was 14-0 NGS after 1 quarter, 30-0 at halftime. Alexander able to put up 22 points in the third and fourth quarters, 8 in the third to make it 30-8 after 3. And then 14 in the fourth to Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter's 6 to add up to our final score of NGS 36, Alexander 22. At this time, let's take a look at your 9-man bracket. It is now complete through round 1. The quarterfinals are all set up. New Rockford Cheyenne, the number 1 seed, no trouble in their first round matchup. They'll take on Grant County Flasher. These Imperials will travel to the southeast corner of the state to take on the number 5 seed, the Hankinson Pirates. Other games will feature the number 2 seed Lemoore Litchville Marion Lobos against Kidder County, and Linton HMB will take on South Border in the other quarterfinal. At this time, let's take a look at your upcoming schedule for next week. We've got a busy schedule on Game Day Media. All kinds of volleyball going on there Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And we'll see. We might have some playoff football on Friday and or Saturday. That will be determined earlier on in next week. And, well, Ross, it was a good game. It was a tale of 2 halves, really, and I expected more of what we saw in the second half to be seen throughout the game, more of an evenly played match, maybe with a slight edge towards Alexander, but Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter came to play in that first half, and that was really the difference here tonight, wasn't it?
Boy, they sure did. You know, you can't say enough about Napoleon's defensive play. They were absolutely stymied Alexander in that first half, and that really was the difference. But make no mistake, there isn't anybody from Alexander that should be hanging their head today. They had the first undefeated season since before 1975 here. They played a whale of a season. They gave it all tonight. It just didn't work in their favor, and they lost to a very good football team in Napoleon. I look to see good things from Napoleon next weekend, too.
Yeah, you know, with Alexander, got to zoom out a little bit, I think, and put this season into perspective. There was not a lot of expectations after the talent that they graduated coming into this year. There just wasn't a lot of statewide attention that they were gathering. And as they picked up win after win, they started getting some of that statewide attention. I think that was very well deserved. It's obviously a short end to the season that they wanted to have a much longer playoff run that wasn't meant to be here this year. But I think these Comets are going to come back hungry once again next year, and they bring a lot of talent back. They obviously lose some seniors. Let's give them some recognition here. The seniors on this year's Alexander roster are Rope Simonson, Jaden Champion, Jacob Novak, and Andrew Buford. So those guys have certainly left a big impression on this program. They won't be easy shoes to fill, but everybody else comes back that's on this roster here. We know that they have some young kids who are excited to play Comet football, and I expect them to make some noise once again in the region. And obviously they would like to take care of some unfinished business next year and go a little bit further in the playoffs.
I agree 100%. You know, football really is a game of next man up. And, you know, Trey Jacobson has this Alexander Comet program moving in the right direction. His kids, they look up to him. They respect him. He's an excellent mentor. And he's a good coach. He played ball. He comes from the background of ball, and he brings it every Friday night. So I look forward to seeing the Alexander Comets next year.
Absolutely. Well, we have some volleyball to look forward. Next week, it will be at the Well as the district tournament gets started there. You can catch all that action right here on Game Day Media. My name is Titus Stenberg. I want to thank our entire crew here today. Ross Sundin as our color commentator, and David Peterson, our producer, our two great cameramen, Curtis Long and Colton Lenzen. It was a true team effort, and we got the job done here today. Once again, the NCC final score this afternoon, Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter 36, Alexander 22. So long, everybody.
Tonight's Game Day Media broadcast was brought to you by NCC, Souris Valley Dental Group of Minot, Brad Johnson Insurance, DA Land LLC, Tegan's Interiors, Farmers Union Insurance, Larson Vossen Agency, Kyle Hansen, Financial Advisor, the City of Ray, Lindsay Grocery, Montreal Williams Electric Cooperative, Burke Divide Electric Cooperative, First International Bank and Trust, Nodak Insurance Company, Eric Mogan, Johnson and Sundin, Attorneys at Law, Farmers Union Oil of Watford City, Patriot Fuels LLC, Mackenzie County Heritage Park and Museum, Ray Farmers Union Elevator, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated, Upland AC Incorporated, Western Education Regional Co-op, Divide County Quarterback Club, Red Rock Chevrolet and GMC of Williston, EAPC Architects, Engineers, Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, Farmers Union Oil Company of Kenmare, RTC Networks,